Let us drain our cups to these three strong bastards! When you look at the dragons, what do you see?
When dragons flew to war, everything burned. I do not wish to rule over a kingdom of ash and bone.
Aegon Targaryen sits the Iron Throne.
I was given the Conqueror's name, so I shall wear his armor to war.
The war will be fought, and many will die, and the victor will eventually ascend the throne. Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
The dragons dance, and men are like dust under their feet.
Dreams didn't make us kings. Dragons did.
Dracarys!
Welcome back. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy. And I'm Steve.
And this is Streaming Things. Streaming House of the Dragon. One final time for this year.
Yeah. I can't believe it's already over.
It went quickly.
Like
barely
last night, Eric and I were hanging out, and it was just kind of like, I feel like something's missing in our lives. I feel like there should be more hot D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more hot D in any marriage.
That's
is the
ideally.
key.
You know, it wanes over the years, but that's okay. You learn to love each other in other ways.
Hopefully that fourth season will deliver.
Mm-hmm. I think it will.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're probably not going to get any more hot D until 2028. That same year, we will get the Aegon's Conquest movie. And early next year, though, we should get a Night of the Seven Kingdoms season 2.
Oh, I know, dude. I'm hyped.
They've been done filming. They've wrapped.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're cooking on that.
We're going back to yearly season releases.
At least 3.
It's because they only do like fucking 6 episodes, you know?
Yeah.
You can knock, plus they got like a year and a half left before Dexter's too old.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably...
Got to get that shit in.
Yeah.
Wait! Get up, Sir Duncan! Hold on, I've got a boner.
Somehow he's taller than Sir Duncan the Tall.
Those NRBs will get you, man. There's no reason.
No reason. NRBs.
NRBs.
It's the worst. Class is over, Chris.
The
Get out of here.
BICs.
Give me a sec.
Why are you carrying your trapper keeper like that?
Shut up.
I'm just going to hang out here for a second.
You got to leave class, Kit.
So what we asked of our fandom, of our listeners, of our family, of the fiends, whatever you want to call it. Different people fall in different categories, if I'm being honest. To send in their thoughts, questions, concerns about season 3 and beyond of House of the Dragon. Mm-hmm. And we would read as many of those as we could. And that has happened. Many of you wrote in. One of you lucky writers gets a free Nothing But Mutton t-shirt.
Well, goddamn, you're going to get to wear my visage on your own chest.
That will be chosen at the end of the episode. But yeah, we got so many awesome. And honestly, I curated it this time. Steve normally does most things, if we're being honest, on the show. And I was trying to be extra helpful.
You were being very helpful.
And I'm glad I did, because you had like a kind of a rough week.
I had a shitty week.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
And so I curated the emails, but it was like, what we normally do is we pick out a good email, and anything that's kind of asking the same question, just by whatever one we read first wins. And then we just file all the others away as like, oh, all of them were like different.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, we can't have all of these.
Why do we have
emails.
so many smart listeners?
Yeah, we can't
with
use
different
all these
points of view.
We're going to be there for 4 fucking hours.
Streaming Things is the
too
melting
much
pot of hot
diversity.
tea coverage. You know?
Eventually we started to get some overlap, and I started like, oh, thank God. But we will read as many as we can.
Until we pass out.
Yeah.
It's
going to be an all-nighter.
Dehydrated husks. And hopefully let you feel some closure on this season of House of the Dragon ending, as well as look forward to more future, Game of Thrones universe stuff.
Yeah.
Don't leave Streaming Things in the dust, though. A lot of people hop in and out for these specific shows. That's totally understandable. We're doing something a little weird, a little controversial, apparently. I didn't think it was. I thought we telegraphed this move all year long. We did the fucking Spider-Man stuff, and we did the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff.
Yeah.
We want to do more like movie franchises, because a lot of people's favorite episodes of our show are
the movies.
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, stuff we've done in the past. It gets brought up a lot. So we thought, hey, let's do that. Also, it's just like fun for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hyped.
So I announced that we would be covering Twilight right after House of the Dragon, which is kind of a weird jump. I get like out loud when you say it out loud. And everybody was like,
Hearing it coming out of my mouth.
I've heard some people like, well, Lanterns comes out literally the next week after House of the Dragons on the same network. It's a big show. That's true. It never even occurred to us though, for some reason. I'll be watching it.
Well, we're not really superhero people. That's never really been what the podcast is.
We did just do a whole Spider-Man thing.
That's literally true. That's the, but like definitely
really
not.
sure. And Superman.
Well, if I can push my nerd glasses up, we're not DC people. Just kidding.
I am more of a
Just
DC
kidding.
person.
Way more of a DC person.
I think,
Just being a stinker.
and also you're gonna look really dumb when we do the MCU watch next year or something. Now we're superhero people.
Yeah, well, that's
Which I actually do think it might be a good idea, like after Doomsday, to do that instead of leading up to it. You know,
Yeah.
if it's good, people will be back in the saddle. You know, but then that's
and that coverage
complicated.
would probably last us until the next Avengers
6
movie.
months. Well, 6 months or so, I think
Yeah.
it would take.
Yeah.
But that's complicated because we got like Yellow Jackets final season,
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of stuff probably coming out
Sure.
next year. I don't know what to do, but we're definitely doing Twilight. We're kind of locked in. So I think you should join us on this journey. I really do. I think you're going to be surprised by how fun this is going to be. I think you're going to be surprised by how good the movies are if you've never seen them.
I've never seen them except for the first one.
And
You loved it.
regardless, we're going to have a great time. And right after Twilight, I think we're going to do Hunger Games, right?
Very shortly after, yeah.
Yeah. Very shortly
In
after.
leading up to the new Hunger Games movie.
That's right. So that's what's kind of on the horizon.
We're in
for
our
this
young
show.
adult novel phase.
We are.
Yeah.
We're
in our
just-
YA phase.
We are.
Is Twilight YA?
Yes.
Big time.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if it was like a little bit more adult than like YA.
Fuck no.
Okay.
It's Mormon YA.
That's right. It is Mormon. I
If
forgot
anything,
about
it's
that.
less adult than
Yeah.
Hunger Games, I would say.
It's like, oh my God, we held hands.
Oh yeah.
I'm pregnant.
Exactly right.
I can't believe it.
Who spoiled it for you, Steve?
Dang it.
That's the third book.
Red Dawn?
And of course, on the Patreon, we're still doing Breaking Bad and all the movies and stuff that we cover over there. And Rings of Power will pop up at some point as well in the main feed.
Yeah.
T-Rob, season 3.
Can't wait.
That's
So hyped
the
for
future
T-Rob.
holds for streaming things. Those are things you'll be streaming. You guys ready to get into these emails? Any other business at the top of the show we should talk about before we get into these emails?
Oh my gosh. Just
So ready.
Keep being you guys. Keep being you.
Keep on keeping on.
Well, now that
Life's
the
a
dust
garden,
has
dig it?
settled, LAVIN, have you guys thought anything differently about the finale? You still feeling really strongly about season 3? And
For the most part, I think aside from Harrenhal being a curse on this show, I think season 3 is my favorite season so far.
because I got
Ooh,
dragged through
favorite.
So fun.
the coals on the internet for loving the finale, which I didn't think was a hot take. You know
I
what
don't think
mean?
that's a hot take
I
either.
had such a great time. Like we got payoff. They did things that we've been saying for years. Like, oh, I can't wait till Tumbleton. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it was fucking awesome. Can you guys? I want to go back and listen to our old coverage and be like, dang, what's Roddy the Ruin's going to be like? That's going to be so fun. You know? So yeah, I think that they did a phenomenal
And so
job.
you think season 3 is the best season of the show?
I think it might be my favorite. I don't know. Recency bias is definitely present. So I don't know.
You would go 3, 1, 2?
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Steve?
I'd probably go with 1, 3, 2. I think season 3 is definitely an improvement over 2. I don't think it is better than the first season, but most of my qualms for this show overall come from a place of me just being a greedy little goblin who just wants more. Give me more. Why is it only 8 episodes? Give me the 10.
Well, that's a legitimate thing, I think.
Yeah, and like I
think a lot of the other issues would be fixed had there been 10. For sure.
absolutely. I think that's where a lot of people's problems come from. Well, other than the people who are like, it's not in the book, which like, shut up. Because most of it's not in the book, people just fundamentally don't get the book. But anyway, I really thought the finale was great. I rewatched it last night. In fact, every moment hits. I kind of wondered, like, there's a moment when I was rewatching it last night. I'm like, man, I kind of wish I gave my Mummer's Dragon to Emma Darcy because that, like, the old man forgets. Like that little bit is so good. I am queen. Oh, yeah, you are, even though you're kind of leaning more tyrant right now. But I love you. I love you to death. Yeah, I think it was a really, really well done finale. And it just, like you said in your review, it just makes me so hyped for season 4. These next 2 years are going to be a slog before we get to the more hot D, you know?
No, man.
Well, you just got to put it out of your mind.
Yeah,
Really.
you really do.
But
what
not
about-
yet.
But what
Oscar
about you?
Tully's going to have like a full beard and shit. It's going to be so weird.
I need more bones.
I made a promise to the dead, Cole. Get up, sir.
We ran that joke through twice with different characters. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I would go 1, 3, 2, I think, as well. Just because, like, the Patty Considine, like,
Yeah, Patty's great.
storming into the throne room, like
Yeah,
those
that's
kinds of
fair.
moments. He can keep his tongue, like that shit. That was good. But, like, this is the best Matt Smith has been since season 1.
For
right?
sure.
Like, there was so much good. Maybe even the best Matt Smith.
I think it's the best Matt
in
Smith.
general.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of dominated there. Anyway, I had a blast. I'm excited to talk about it, though. Let's get into the emails. We got a lot to get through. My bad. The first email comes in from Amelia, and it reads, "Hey, guys.
Hi.
Howdy from Utah. I'm from Virginia and miss the East Coast desperately. Been in Utah for 4 years for work. No, I'm not Mormon, but since living here, I really appreciate your Mormon jokes a lot.
Wow, this episode's for you already.
It's a weird place to live. Love your podcast and you guys. Been with you since Stranger Things season 4. Joined Patreon for Game of Thrones and haven't looked back. What a wise decision. Thank you guys for making me laugh." I added that part. Sorry, I should stop doing that. That's libel. I have some questions / theories about Helena's arc this season, and you may have covered this in Westerospection, but I dutifully abort the pod before those. I was hoping you guys would touch on this a little bit during your recap of the finale, but alas. Okay, from what I understand, Helena being pregnant during this time frame is not canon to the book. However, from y'all's discussion in previous episodes and the omitting of Maelor in season 2, it seemed they were setting up this baby to be him, and it sounded like he was an important character that was left out, just from what I've gathered from the pod and how mad people seemed that he was removed from the story. And it seemed that his removal would have implications down the line. Since this plot was introduced this season, I just thought he was being introduced later and the outcome of his existence would be the same as the books. But then Helena dies. So my question is, why have the pregnancy plot to begin with, since it never actually results in a baby? Was her decision to choose Maelor to be killed by blood and cheese, and the outcome of that what leads her to spiral into depression and ultimately jumping in the books? And since Maelor was omitted earlier, they chose to introduce him this season as her motivation to jump because she doesn't want to be a prisoner and have him used as a bargaining chip. So the outcome is the same as the book. We just get there differently. I hope that makes sense. Just a little confused why the decision was made to have her be pregnant when nothing ever really comes of it, unless the outcome of her jumping is the same, and would love to hear your takes. Amelia. Thank you, Amelia. I totally get what you're asking.
Yeah.
I actually don't know why they included Maelor at all in fetus form.
It's 100% just because it's so that Helena has something to do in this season, and also it gets us to the point where Rhaenyra is being cruel. You can't have Helena out and about if she's pregnant and showing the new heir. And it allows that rift where Rhaenyra gets into the situation with Helena thinking, oh, we're sisters. Helena's sweet. I'm never going to hurt her. She's awesome. But now she's pregnant, and now
there's
an
an antagonistic force in Sweet Helena.
It's a ticking time bomb inside her, basically.
All babies ruin everything. And this is trying to show that.
Yeah.
Can't wait for mine in January.
But from a viewer perspective of being like, oh, they're going to do the Maelor thing everybody was talking about now, it is funny. And it almost seems like pissing people off twice. I think you're totally correct that it's a device, but I also think there was a little bit of twisting the knife, a little bit of pettiness between Ryan Condal and George Martin here.
There's 1,000% pettiness
I think
happening.
so.
Because they had
butterfly
the
thing.
Tisn't the season and the butterfly reference with Helena. And then later when Helena dies, all the butterflies fly away. And it's like, it just felt like a
Take
bunch
that,
of little
asshole.
pickles flying at George Martin. You know,
Yeah.
It was an interesting thing. I do think they're being a little tongue
It
in
also
cheek.
just makes it that much more tragic when she does die, you know?
Yeah.
It's not just madness, it's, you know, grief and
Or not just her death either. But,
Yeah,
you know.
When did George make that post? Was it during this season being made or before this season being made?
No, this was a couple of years ago. I mean,
Okay.
During the airing of season 2, I think.
Okay. I just didn't know if maybe he had like seen the script or something or the story beats for this season and knew there was something to do with tying Helena to butterflies, and that's why he wrote it. So maybe he was starting that
Being
off.
petty in advance. I don't think so.
Advanced pettiness from
I
Germ.
think this is 100%. That's why I think the butterflies has to mean them being petty at George, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And in their defense, like, I'm a George guy, right? Been reading the books for 26 years.
Yeah.
That was so unprofessional and like, you know what I mean? Shitty
Yep.
Yeah.
to do, like to just blog that shit.
Yeah.
I think it kind of sucks, you know.
The fuck, man.
Yeah. But I don't know the conversations. Maybe they were rude to him.
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, maybe somebody gave him oat milk instead of 2% and a cereal on set, and you know what I mean? They laughed at him and stuff.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows what they did?
Not everybody's an oat milk person.
But you know, like the whole like Mailor thing, like ultimately in the grand scheme of things, when you look at this story, the implications of Mailor's death is more important necessarily than Mailor's death. You know
The
what I
bitter
mean?
bitch scene is super cool. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
If you're a non-book reader, it actually doesn't matter that much they're lying.
Yeah.
It's like really cool, but like plot-wise,
It's yeah.
Like,
it's just
the
another in a long
result
string of unfortunate things.
He died in her belly instead of on a bridge, and like we don't
Right.
even know how he died. It's he either got chopped up or he got crushed.
Yeah,
Right.
either a random townswoman was trying to protect him and did a Lenny from of Mice and Men with the baby, or the baby was torn apart by the mob. Those are the two scenarios that the book kind of posits like that happened to him. So I mean, it doesn't really fully matter. And again, like all of this, I think is done in service to characterize Rhaenyra's downfall, but also to give Helena stuff to do. Because again, in the books, Blood and Cheese happened, and then Helena's just sad somewhere for a chapter, and then like, oh, she jumped out the window randomly.
Yeah, that's partly Amelia's question is like kind of how it goes down. Yes, in the book, after Blood and Cheese, Helena's barely a character, and then eventually offs herself, right?
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what something people don't acknowledge a lot about this book is maybe I don't like some of the decisions the writers in the show have done with certain characters, but in the book, they do literally nothing.
Yeah, they made them characters.
Damon disappears for 80 pages. A huge character disappears at Harrenhal, right? Not that many, but I'm exaggerating, but you get it. And then Aemon just disappears and he's flying around on on Vagar.
Yeah.
And then Alicent does literally nothing for like the last half of the story. Helena is a nothing character. Like it happens repeatedly. And so you can't do that in a show. You just can't. Oh, one of our biggest stars, Olivia Cook, is just sitting in a room off screen for the season and a half.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's not a thing TV can do. It's weird. So they have to like come up with things that may or may not work to get them to do stuff.
Yeah.
She goes on an assassin's quest.
It was dumb as shit. But hey, tried to give her something to do.
One of my least favorite things about this season was, and partially of last season too, was the fact that they did that with Otto Hightower. Otto just fucking disappears for 3 episodes, and then he just shows up to be killed. And so to me, his death is really like, his death doesn't really come to the moment that I thought it would, expecting it. Just because it was so like, oh, he's just been in the castle the whole time? What the okay. But so that, yeah, I think that's a good example of why you need to have these characters up in front. Like we know these characters, we want to see what they're doing, and you can't just have them disappear, like you said.
Absolutely. So I hope that helped a little bit. Amelia, Andy, you want to take the next one?
Sure. The next one comes from Peggy Ann, who writes, "Hi, Andy, Steve, and Kit."
Why Andy first? But go on.
Because she likes me. I haven't listened to your episode of the Hot D Season 3 finale yet, so you may already address it, but I needed to voice this. Why did Rhaenyra talk about the prophecy to the common folk after killing the High Septon? Are they trying to show how much she's losing a grip on things and is becoming a mad Targaryen? Thank you for everything you do. Love you guys. Peggy Ann.
Love you too, Peggy.
Yeah, that was having the bag and fumbling it. You know, that was fucking dumb of her. Not dumb scene-wise. Scene-wise, it was awesome. It's just, it shows how much Rhaenyra believes, and they try to hammer it home a lot this season. She believes that this is manifest destiny, that she is on the throne. She goes to Helena and she says, the gods must surely want me on the throne, right? Tell me that they want me here, right? And she said she wants the faith to anoint her. That's not just for show. She wants the backing of the church. She needs the legitimacy. She wants everybody to legitimize her, not just as somebody, as a woman who inherited this throne, but as someone who deep down now believes that she's a part of like a holy crusade.
Yeah.
I think the distinction there is desperately needs to believe, right?
Yeah, for all the stuff that she suffered through.
Yeah, that this was divinely ordained and important.
Yeah.
And she's kind of losing that faith, which is why she's bringing it up so much, I think. And I think to Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said.
And she's got like the fucking devil on her shoulder of Daemon being like, yeah, but we're gods, so we can do whatever.
I don't think it's supposed to make her. She's not a mad Targaryen. It is a real thing. We've seen Game of Thrones. We know that this magical plague does descend from the north, right?
200 years later.
The prophecy's real. We know this. So we know she's not crazy. But I think it's meant to show how everyone else would view her as crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And for her to do it in a language nobody understands is just...
That was a choice.
Twists the knife even more.
Yeah.
You know?
What about you, Steve?
No, I think you guys nailed it on the head. Like it's just further showing.
Although they did mess up the subtitles. It should have said, I am the prince or princess who was promised.
Prince/princess.
That is the...
And the duo owl pops up and it's like, your streak is intact.
Ding. I was doing good on my Duolingos for a while.
Oh, and you fell off of it?
Oh, I'm like 200 days. He's mad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Duo's pretty mad. He's like, dude, you were learning a fake language. The owl's eyes. Look at that shit. That's scary.
Look how pissed he is.
Show that to the camera.
That's on your phone every day. It's so sad.
You're supposed to put the widget on so you remember.
You know,
that is a pissed off owl.
What needs to happen is Duolingo needs to buy Tamagotchi, and so like there should be like a bunch of poop.
The owl will die if you don't play.
Not die, but a lot of poop, and he's real hungry.
A giant gun to its head.
Yeah.
Play Duo now.
Just do
or he gets it.
Do a lesson, bro. Takes 2 minutes. Steve, you want to read the next one?
Sure. This next one comes in from Nick and Stephanie. They write, hey, Kit, Andy, and Steve. Longtime listeners here. Huge fans of the show, and your Hot D coverage has been the perfect companion while diving into the Fire and Blood book canon. Question for the mailbag. What's your favorite divergence the show has made from the books so far, and what's your least favorite? Curious where you land on the changes. Also, just want you to know we can no longer look at a rack of land the same way thanks to Nuttin' But Mutton Sheep Stealer. That one stuck with us for good. Keep up the great work. Best, Nick and Stephanie. Oh, goddamn, you better don't just look at the rack of lamb. Eat the rack of lamb.
Steal it.
Steal it.
With your mouth.
Make sure no one's looking. And if I swear to God, if any girl comes up and asks to get on your back and ride you, she's going to take you to the boat fight.
He's going to take it in a boat fight.
You don't want to go to the boat fight.
Yeah, everyone's going to get real mad.
Everyone's going to get real mad at you when you were invited.
I think my favorite divergence is making Rhaena Nettles.
Controversial take.
I do, yeah, because it just makes so much more sense than the book, you know?
I agree.
There is an implication, there is an interpretation that she's a bastard child of Daemon's in the book, or at least that he has a patriarchal relationship with her, other than the gross one that Mushroom suggests or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it works, like it fits with the canon, because there's a couple lines in the book like, some people suggest that he had a father-daughter-like relationship with this lady.
Yeah.
And it's economical because Rhaena's a nothing character in the book, and they already had someone there, and now they get her to do something, and it makes so much more sense that he would choose her over Rhaenyra, or at least like have contentiousness with Rhaenyra over this person.
Yeah.
Than someone he barely knows, which is what happens in the book, or at least is implied in the book. So I think it's a great kind of inspired idea that has worked out really, really well.
I think that that's the right answer, but in the interest of a diverse point of view, I will say keeping Gwaine alive this far.
That's a great answer.
That's a great answer.
Because he has been one of the most interesting people on the side of the Greens. And we get to, he's a fun character that brings us through multiple threads that are going on. We get to see what's going on with Cole with him, and then we get to see what's going on with Darren with him. We get to see what's going on with Ormond with him. And he is just fun. He's a really interesting character that seems to have a pretty good head on his shoulders and kind of, he obviously has lived a life of privilege. So when he's hanging out with Cole, and he's like, yeah, come be my servant, bro. It's going to be awesome. He's a little tactless there, but otherwise I think he does have a good head on his shoulders and is otherwise looking around at the people around him like, what the fuck is going on? And it's good to have that kind of almost grounded perspective.
That's a great choice, Andy.
Thanks, man.
Pretty much everything to deal with the High Towers this season has been an excellent choice. Like the characterization of Ormond and the slight changes to Darren, and that the relationship between the three of those characters is like really, really riveting and great. That's non-existent in the book. But I mean, I've always said my favorite thing that they've changed from the book is just what they've done with Helena, making her a seer. And
A dreamer.
a dreamer, yeah, a seer. Sorry, we're also covering Firefly, and I think that's what they or readers what they call them in Serenity. That's right. Anyway, what they've done with Helena has made that character a billion times more interesting, more fascinating. She's one of my favorite characters on the show, and it also gives you really, really great visual sequences to sort of connect to this prophecy that Rhaenyra is talking about, but also you get some like really cool moments when you rewatch the show, like there's a monster beneath the floorboards. That kind of stuff is like really, really cool. Yeah, I think I just love what they did with Helena. I love my girl. Give her some chickens.
That's a great answer too. As far as my least favorite divergence, I don't know.
For this season, it's definitely Alicent's Assassin Quest.
That might be the whole show for me.
Yeah.
The Alicent Assassin Quest.
Yeah.
I know my least favorite.
I was kind of bummed when they skipped the fish feed. Even though we did get that song.
Yeah, it was dope though.
Fish feed.
What's
We
your
killed the
least
fucking
favorite?
greens.
You're really confident.
Oh, it's a very small moment, but it's like the moment like I fucking hate. It's the Jasper Wilde attempted sexual assault scene on Alicent. Like that was so
It's
like
not small, it's huge.
out of left field for the character, out of left field for the moment. It was just so like, what is this? I did not like that at all. It's my least favorite thing the show's done. Period.
That's a good answer. Period.
Period.
Okay, that's what I was wondering if there was a T on that.
Andy, do you have one?
No, I'm with Kit on this one. It's that Alicent thing is just atrocious. Absolutely atrocious.
You go kill him.
Okay.
I'm pretty bored here. Our next email comes in from Cindy.
Sandy.
I really enjoy your show. The camaraderie among the three of you makes me smile, and it is a great distraction from the horror of the current world we inhabit. One thing is driving me a little crazy. You guys do it. Mallory Rubin does it. Other podcasts do it.
Other podcasts?
What? Helena's project is an embroidery. It's not knitting, crochet, needlepoint, or a tapestry. I can forgive calling it a tapestry because it's invoking the Bayeux tapestry, which is in reality an embroidery, not a tapestry. But since everyone calls it a tapestry, that's forgivable. But don't call it the other things. It's distractingly imprecise. Keep up the awesome podcasting. Well, I just wanted to include that.
I love her painting. It's so good and it's predictive.
Her macrame has been really good.
I thought this was nice. You know, we got a perspective of one who does these things. I don't know if there's a word for it. You know,
This trade, this craft.
Textile worker. I don't know.
An embroiderer.
Sure.
Yeah.
We call them redacted here. But yeah, it's an embroidery. And so she's embroidering.
I'm embroidering.
Helena's embroidering.
Her embroidery is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
But
She's
just in
talented.
case there was other embroiderers out there, just really kind of getting their gears grinded.
Have you guys ever embroidered, knitted, crocheted, needlepoint, or tapestried?
No, that kind of stuff makes me like want to die. No, not that sounded weird. But I have something wrong with my brain. Like when I'm like cutting my nails or anytime I'm like focusing on something very tiny, I get sweaty.
Dexterous.
I can't breathe. It's like a weird thing. I don't know if it's some kind
That
of
makes sense. I get that.
I do a mean Etch-a-Sketch for sure.
You do.
Yeah.
Just don't shake
No,
it up.
I'm a shaky person by nature.
it's the alcoholism.
Yeah. Get a couple of shots of Fireball in me.
Yeah,
and
if you
then all
cream
of a
it a little
sudden,
bit, you can
I
embroider.
got this shit.
We tried knitting earlier this year, and I you guys know me. I'm a pretty like even keeled guy. I was so pissed off because I couldn't fucking get the loops to work. I'm like, I fucking hate these sticks. I'm over it.
It's supposed to be calming.
No, it had the opposite effect on me.
Couldn't even make a doily.
No.
Andy, get the next one.
Next one comes from K. Marie. She says, "Hey, Kit, Andy, and Steve.
Proper order.
Your show is one of the few things that reliably makes me laugh out loud every week. Between clinic meetings and general life chaos, hitting play on streaming things and hearing you three riff on my favorite TV/movies just resets my whole mood."
Aw.
So, for the House of the Dragon Season 3 finale mailbag, here's my question. Alinda Massey has quietly become the most overworked woman in the Seven Kingdoms.
That's true.
She smuggled secrets into King's Landing for Miss Arya,
That's so
held
true.
Rhaenyra's hand through a stillbirth, delivered Miss Arya's exile news with more empathy than Rhaenyra would have liked, and then had to run in and announce Helena's death like she's the Red Keep's designated bearer of bad news. At what point does House of the Dragon owe this woman hazard pay? And more importantly, is Alinda simply the most loyal, emotionally competent person on Team Black? Or has she absorbed so much fallout from Rhaenyra's choices that she's one bad day away from quietly slipping back into Miss Arya's web and betraying Rhaenyra instead? Thank you for consistently bringing me joy, even, especially, on the overwhelming days. Take good care and keep up the good work from K. Marie in Texas.
I think this is wonderful because
It's so true.
I actually think there probably is some kind of plan to make her actually do something significant in the plot because they've made her such a character.
They've really brought her to the foreground.
Yeah, I do think she will likely betray Rhaenyra in some way or something in the Miss Arya plotline just because she's so present. But it's also like Rhaenyra left everyone back on Dragonstone because she felt like they betrayed her. And so she's like the only recognizable face on, Rhaenyra's team that we
Amongst
have.
the nameless, or not
The
nameless,
coterie,
but
yeah.
Coterie is a good word.
We've got all these like kind of random Queen's Guard members now. And like there's nobody except for Alinda. So they have to have her do everything,
Yeah.
Otherwise it'd be like, who the fuck is that? Delivering this news. But yeah.
I think it's a great call out. And when we see more of Alinda with more lines, it'll be true.
Shout out to Alinda. Hope it works out for you, girl.
And to answer your question, yes, she's due hazard back pay at this point. She's been with that family a long time. We got to get her paid. All right. This next one comes in from Jenny Scramo.
Chase Gray.
Hello, Kit, Andy, and Steve. It is I, Jay Scramo, and I want to talk about dragons and Targaryens. If you were the girl with the dragon tattoo, which dragon would be where?
Andy, I know your answer.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Mushu on your butt cheeks.
Mushu on the cheeks. That's fair. Or inner thigh. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
One that's just for me.
Sure.
me and the lady. you
Sure.
know?
Or like a hip bone.
Yeah. No, I mean, the butt cheeks, those come out all the time.
Yeah.
But,
Inner thighs just for you and the lady.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yours is going to be a noodly boy.
Yeah, mine's Caraxes, and it's going to be like, it's going to follow the happy trail from my groin up to my stomach, and then his face is going to be in the middle of my chest going, meh.
Interesting. I didn't mean to just say interesting. Treat it like a therapist would,
Wow.
Did you? I don't think I included the email, but somebody wrote in that wiener dogs are why you love Caraxes so much. It's basically just the dragon version of a wine
Yeah,
wiener.
it's 100% it. If you go on my Instagram, like during season 1, I took a photo of Pippin stretching. So he's like at his maximum length, and I colored him red. And I was like,
that,
this is my big red noodly boy.
I don't know if I have a particular dragon mascot like you guys do.
yeah, I think that you would do like Toothless, but it would be face paint tattoo.
Like at a carnival.
Yeah. Permanent.
I'm just a child.
I want Toothless. Put Toothless girlfriend on the other cheek.
Or just like a Daenerys on my heart,
Is that a dragon, though?
Yeah. The mother of dragons.
She's the dragon, sir.
A mother of dragons, by definition, has to be a dragon.
I mean,
Think about it.
I guess you're right.
Just fucking think about it, Steve, for 1 second.
For 1 second. They continue. If you were a dragon, what noise would you make?
Oh my God. Mine would be, oh my God.
Mine would be, ugh.
An exhausted dragon.
Yeah. What would be your favorite snack as a dragon?
People.
Popcorn. I could pop it myself.
Oh, that's really
Oh.
clever. I like that.
Yeah.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Okay.
Nice.
Like the
It
spice.
would just be regular Cheetos to you,
Oh, yeah.
to a dragon.
Right. If you were a dragon, where in Westeros would you live?
I would live in the north because I get real sweaty.
Same, yeah.
I wouldn't want to be sweating down there.
I don't think
Yeah.
dragons would like the North, though. I think they would be more into like. I could see the Vale being cool.
The Vale
because
would be cool,
You got
too.
the mountains. You get like a cool ass
But it's
cave.
not very. It's always like cloudy and
get your
rainy.
mutton. Yeah.
I think I'd go hang out with the reeds. You know what I mean? Like
Swamp dragon.
Yeah, because I like
That's
my
the opposite
privacy.
of the north.
Gator dragon.
Well, I mean, they're above the neck. I like my privacy. Nobody can find the reeds.
I like.
Ain't nobody knocking on
I
that
like
door.
the north.
The North.
I'm the dragon here.
The next
Yeah,
question
proper
is
fucking.
Steve, what about you?
He said the
Vale.
Oh, the Veil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Dorne. I'm thinking like, in like Independence Day when Will Smith takes his fighter jet into the canyon and he's like flying around. I feel like that'd be fun to do as a dragon. So I'm trying to think of places to have like,
I don't know. Dragons die in Dorne.
well, that's true. That's a good point.
You're thinking places that have fun aeronautical activities.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's trying to do the Kessel Run.
Yeah.
That's fun.
In less than 12 parsecs.
That's you. Well, you can fly and visit whenever you want. This is where you live. This is where you sleep.
I think I would like the climate of the Vale the best,
That's true.
personally. But the next question is, if you're a dragon, what person would you want to ride you?
Oh fuck.
Like in the universe.
It just says person. I guess it could be universe. It could be someone else. They probably mean universe, but
Should we keep this to hot D people?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because obviously it's Kristen Stewart.
obviously.
Barack Obama.
Oh,
Andy. We got to go up north.
Dova Gators.
Hope.
Now, from hot D,
Andy,
Dracarys.
look, look here, Andy.
Andy, we got to go up north.
from hot D, I mean, it's definitely going to be Alicent can ride me.
Oh, okay.
High tower, run the tower.
Exactly.
Who would I want to like? I have to be well trained. I would have to trust their orders. They would take good care of me.
I'm going to pick Gawain Hightower.
I love it.
Because, I feel like he'd be fun to have around. Because you could probably have a fun conversation with the guy. You can run the tower with him if you need to. And whenever he gets off you, he's going to do that little, like, you better work, bitch, that little, like, heel kick that he does to get off.
So good. I think Damon's a good dragon owner. You get to do lots of cool stuff, like war stuff.
You're probably the only thing in the universe he likes.
You're not bored, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, life is interesting.
Yeah.
He and Caraxes have a really good bond.
I would
they
be
definitely
his-
love each other.
Sloppy second dragon, but still.
He would say your name cool. He, like,
Secretly, he loves you more.
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of going Caraxes, he'll be like, Kit Lazer.
Yeah. And I would go, oh,
He'd go, here, kitty, kitty.
that's my noise, apparently.
As a dragon, which person would you like to burn the most?
I think Kristen Cole's too easy of an answer.
Yeah.
Who do I just want to burn? Oh,
Oh, I had a good one.
I'm going to go John Roxton. That hair bothers me.
Oh,
I would just cook him on site.
he's just skipping a haircut away from changing that, though.
And from a bald man, you can roll your eyes at that, but that's just how I feel.
You're like, you were gifted,
And you do that.
and you do that. You animal.
I'm going to go with Lady Frey. I'm going to give her that hair and haul treatment that she so desperately desires.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm going to go with Boros Baratheon. What good is that guy?
Yeah, he bailed on
does
everybody.
suck. Yeah, doesn't even read.
I'll like give him a piece of paper and just be like, tell me what this says and I won't burn you.
It says Dracarys.
He's like, I did learn how to read Dracarys. Oh no, I've been tricked. They continue. Who is your favorite dragon currently alive and Hot D only? So Hot D dragons only.
Oh, Moon Dancer was very pretty.
Oh, Moon Dancer is an underrated dragon design.
Yeah.
She's got that like cool like mohawk fin. She looks like Stripe from Gremlins.
I'm going to go Sea Smoke. I love Sea Smoke.
Love Sea Smoke?
Yeah, I think Sea Smoke's cool.
Sea Smoke is a good boy.
I'm going to have to go Caraxes just because his like messed up vocal cords are such a fun twist and the weird noises he makes.
I mean, that's the answer.
yeah.
I think my heart says Caraxes, but I would be remiss if I didn't say that this season really did a lot of work to give me Sheep Stealer.
Yeah.
I really love Sheep Stealer.
Sheep Stealer.
Sheep Stealer is cool.
God damn. I don't want to go to the boat fight. Who is your favorite Targaryen?
Currently alive, Targaryens only.
Yes.
I have to go Daemon. It's such a boring answer, but that man brings me great joy.
It's very true. But just for fun, great addition this year. I'm going to say Darren.
Yeah, Darren's
Darren's
cool.
a great choice. Darren is a great choice. It's my queen, Rhaenyra. I love Rhaenyra so much. Which dragon would
Relics
you...
of a Dead Regime.
I am queen. The old man forgets. Bring Aegon. Thought you was up, huh?
Have you seen that clip going around from of Emma Darcy on stage with Edmure Tully?
No.
No, that's fun.
Oh, wow. I need to show you guys this.
What's
It's
happening?
going to change your DNA.
Really?
It's Edmure Tully, whatever the actor's name is. Forgive me. I'm so sorry. He's on his knees,
Shoot.
looking up at Emma Darcy, who full on spits as hard as they can
Into his mouth.
into his mouth.
Yes.
My. Oh, my. Goodness.
It's crazy.
Goodness.
Which dragon would you like to ride?
Yeah. Like, who looks like they got a smooth ride, I guess.
Not Sheep Stealer.
I don't want to ride Vhagar. It's too big. I would be scared, and probably Vhagar's a gassy old bitch.
I want to ride Cyrax.
Oh, yeah.
Cyrax is probably sleek. Yeah,
Sleek,
nice and
yeah.
chill. Or Moon Dancer, you know. But then again, Vhagar's probably the safest because it's so big you can't fall.
Yeah, it's
true.
747.
And
They
she's-
don't crash.
And she's not going fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if she does turn on you and eat you, it's going to hurt the least because it's like a whole.
Unless she swallows you whole, and then you're just in there, Moby Dick
I saw
style.
this TikTok of a girl asking ChatGPT how to help escape from a whale, and it's really funny. It's the ChatGPT with the voice, you know. A whale swallowed me. Oh wow. Oh,
Jeez, that's a crazy
God.
situation.
Yeesh.
If
Yeah,
you
it'd be
can,
like
please
that.
call emergency services first.
She's like, can I get out through the blowhole? No, I mean,
If you see the hole, go ahead and try.
What's that movie coming out where that's the entire premise?
Oh, that movie trailer was fucking intense.
Yeah, that trailer was really good.
God, I gotta watch trailers. What are we talking about, boys?
It's a movie where somebody gets eaten by a whale.
That's the whole premise. A guy gets accidentally swallowed whole by like a sperm whale.
And the trailer is just the eating. It's fucking intense.
They did that in the Bible. It's already been done.
Yeah. There was a episode of cartoon where it happened too. I can't remember which one, but they
Pinocchio.
lived inside of the whale.
Pinocchio.
That's not what I'm thinking of.
Really?
No, these people like
Could be
lived inside
Rugrats.
of
They
it.
did a lot of like Bible stuff.
Whale Fall is the name of the movie that we're thinking of.
Whale Fall.
Yeah.
It's not out yet.
Follows a scuba diver
A
who,
scuba diver.
while looking for his father's remains, is swallowed by an 80-foot, 60-ton sperm whale and has just 1 hour to get out before his air supply runs out.
That's goddamn ridiculous. I ain't going to no whale.
Just fucking eat the whale. I don't know.
Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Is the cartoon you came up with?
Yeah, lives inside the mouth of a talking whale.
Oh.
Oh. Which Targaryen would you like to ride?
That's the next question.
Chase Kramer's next question.
What do we talk about? In a sexual way?
We're gonna say-
or
we
like,
know,
or
Jenny.
like if I
Right.
get on piggyback style, take me to the sept, Alan.
Piggyback style.
A piggyback.
Alan is the good piggybacker. And a good answer for the other one, too. But it's Rhaenyra, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
With the armor, like the evil witch armor.
Can I still say Caraxes?
And the
I broke my TV this week, and I took a photo of it and put it on Instagram, like in one of my stories. And one of our listeners who follows me commented, "I know you love Caraxes, but you can't just fuck your TV every time he comes on screen." Okay, so Jenny ends this message with, "Appreciate all you do to keep us entertained on a regular basis. See you in the comments." Jay Scramo.
yeah, harassing us.
Constantly.
The troll comments. Thank you so much, Jenny. Let's get to more emails after a quick break to hear from one of our sponsors.
If you're enjoying what you're hearing and want even more from the world of streaming things, head over to patreon.com/streamingthings and support the show. Patrons get a ton of bonus content, including ad-free episodes, exclusive bonus episodes, monthly polls that help decide what we cover next, access to our Discord community, live hangouts, and a whole lot more. We have covered a whole bevy of movies and dived into shows like Game of Thrones, and right now we're exclusively covering Breaking Bad and Firefly on Patreon only. So if you want more streaming things and want to help support the pod directly, join the stream fiends today at patreon.com/streamingthings.
And we're back. We've got an email from Gregory. It says, greetings. Long-time listener, first-time writer. I found your show during Stranger Things Season 4. I don't know why I started doing that.
Season 4?
Been hooked ever since.
And have been hooked since. Just became a Patreon member to listen to all of the Game of Thrones coverage from the beginning. What a good idea. Since Hot D is on a break, I love your banter and understanding of the show and movies you cover. Some podcasts sound like they just read the Wikipedia and still mess up facts. You guys, however, go deep and mess up facts slightly less.
Slightly less.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I used to listen to your podcast while walking my dog, Parker, and would be at a crosswalk laughing while my neighbors and my dog looked on like, what's up with him? Parker passed last year.
Aww.
Hold for
R.I.P.
thoughts and
Parker.
prayers. Yeah. And I used to consider him the Vagar of the group, while his sister Edie is one of the smaller, more chaotic dragons. Parker was a gentle giant with excessive neck skin, while Edie is all about the fuck around and find out lifestyle. So what storyline from Hot D really got you guys in your feels is the first of the questions here. And I mean, a lot of them do.
The Erics, the tragedy of the Erics, probably got me in the feels the most.
Eric and Eric was a great scene for sure.
I mean, throughout the whole series, it's I think the Viserys throne room scene in episode 8.
Yeah, Patty Considine takes the cake for like making me cry the most, and just like in loving support of his daughter, right?
I mean, that scene has it all. Like the fact that he shows up to hear the petitions, and then like he drops the crown, and Damon's there to help him up. He's like, "Let's go!" Like all of that is so wonderfully done.
Even George Martin was like, "They did that better than I did." You know, that is a great character.
Yeah.
So that is the answer, I think. I respect you all a lot for how you show that not all men are pieces of shit, so don't let us down. You speak openly about your feelings. Joke, but never maliciously, and support each other throughout your individual journeys. Thank you, and hoping I get some sympathy votes. Remember, my dog died, and you guys gift me one of those sweet, sweet teas, but if not, I'll still listen diligently. Toodles. Gregor Clegane.
Oh, I like that.
And then there was lots of
lives.
wonderful pictures of his puppies as well.
Gregor, I'm so sorry for your loss. I also lost a puppy this year, and it's hard.
I took out a section of that email that had some future spoilers, but just know I read them, Gregor. Don't you worry. Andy, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, this next one comes from Mellow Yellow. It's a long email, so we had to edit it down some. They write, "Hello, Kit, Andy, and Steve, and anyone else on the Streaming Things crew."
I read that in Paul Bettany's voice from A Knight's Tale. And anyone else in the Streaming Things crew? Not on a cushion, because we are on cushions now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm not a book reader.
We're all on our hemorrhoid donuts right now.
So cushy. I love it. I'm trudging.
I remember, hold on, it's got like a tailbone. It's got a gap
Cutaway.
for your tailbone to be set in. And Steve was wearing it backwards so that his balls would be in it. And are you still doing that?
Yeah,
No, I'm not doing that.
You get the little man saddle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was like, it just feels like the right shape to just get him in there.
They're
Just
nestled.
Plop them. Mellow writes, "I'm not a book reader, but I am aware of some changes that they've made. And I know one of the great alterations this series made was the characterization of Alicent. And that may be what is holding me back from reading the book, because the Alicent of the show has become my favorite part of the series. I have held a lot of great love for this character since season 1. It was hard for me to ever see her as a villain, as most do, because I just see a girl who felt abandoned by her friend when she needed someone in an unfamiliar place. It wasn't her fault she married Viserys, and it hurt seeing Rhaenyra fade out of her life as Alicent struggled with being a teen mother. I myself know the pain of friends abandoning you in your most dire hour, so I always strongly resonated with her inner pain. But I also just deeply love the friends/lovers to enemies dynamic between her and Rhaenyra. They have always been electric together. They feud, but the deep love they the deep love for each other ultimately still remains. I don't know if I would like the classic evil stepmother vibe that I seem to get from the book's summation of her. However, all of this was to preface how this season sadly disappointed me in the direction of Alicent. Alicent used to have so much more depth and layers as a character, and she regretfully felt really flat to me during season 3. I feel like her character arc really came to an end in season 2, and I was okay with it. As much as I adore Olivia Cook and Alicent, I would rather they have given her fewer scenes than just write her so blandly narratively. Also, the rape scene from earlier this season still haunts me.
Yeah.
It was really appalling and did nothing to add to the plot. I'm saddened Olivia Cook had to be in 3 uncomfortable sexual scenes this season, which ultimately all felt unnecessary for me. Even if she is my favorite, I would rather her have fewer scenes than bear witness to that or have her persona lose all the intricate characterization she once had. It felt weird that she went to kill Aemond and actually went through with it. I think Alicent is aware that she isn't a good mother, but I don't think she completely is without love for her children. But I also don't think she has a motherly connection to them. She tries with Helena out of desperation more than actual motherly instinct and intent. At the end of season 2, she only hesitantly agreed that Aegon can die, but I don't think she ever wanted any direct involvement in his physical death. I find it a bit bizarre that she went through with poisoning Aemond, especially when she had a chance to leave. It would have been a more interesting plot to see her process the death of her father. I don't know if she would have exactly mourned him, but this show barely had her react at all. Otto was a father who puppeted and orchestrated her entire life, killed by her ex-friend, whom she still cares deeply about. I thought it would elicit some more reaction from her. What surprised me by becoming my favorite part about this season was the addition of Darren. I loved how his story mirrored Alicent's. Without even knowing his mother, he looks like the most like her and even has the same anxious habit of picking at his fingers. There is so much tragedy in Alicent wanting her last son to be free of the cage of this family, yet she unknowingly put him into another cage. It's so sad. I love it. And then we had to redact some other stuff. Ultimately, Mello finishes, "It's my comfort show, and you guys are my comfort podcast. Wishing you all the best and wishing Kit good health. Much love, Mello."
Mello, that was a fantastic email, and it took me forever to figure out like where to remove stuff because I knew I couldn't read the whole thing, even though we mostly did. And it's just, ultimately it's nice to hear from book readers who love the show, is what a lot of people expressed in multiple emails. But one thing I was thinking about, and it's along the lines of, Steve, what you said about like how nice it is to include Helena as a much fuller character than the book. Mm-hmm. But if we had had 10 episodes, and it had me thinking about, we really didn't get anything about Alicent reckoning with the death of Otto Hightower.
Yeah.
This figure who, like Mello said, loomed so largely over her life, forced her to marry Viserys. And I thought back to those season 1 scenes when Alicent was played by
Emily Carey?
Yes. And just sitting there and it was cut to her just like miserably laying under Viserys's like half rotting, pumping, you know what I mean? It was terrifying.
And her dad's like, "Wear the dress your mom wore."
Yeah. And then we could have had an entire Alicent focused episode, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. With stuff like that. And then people would have rioted about filler and all that stuff, but it would have been really good. And we could have gotten an entire Helena episode from Helena's POV. And imagine how terrifying that is. Like,
yeah.
I thought about, you talked about watching Firefly at the same time. And I thought about that scene in Serenity when River's like, "I don't even know what I'm saying half the time." You know what I mean? And just like what might be like from Helena's perspective and how interesting that could have been. And just stuff like that we were kind of robbed of to
totally
move things along, get dragon battles and stuff,
After Otto is killed, I think the next time we see Alicent, we see her like come in right after it happened, right?
Yeah,
she's like, "What?" But
there's my dad.
She's like in her room that she's being held in, and she's just like, "So you killed my dad, huh?" And that's barely anything. There's no reaction.
Figured you would do that.
Yeah. The first 2 seasons, for sure, I think the heart and soul of the show was the relationship between Rhaenyra and Alicent. Mm-hmm. And this is the first season where I feel like that isn't the case. It's like kind of an afterthought. And I know a lot of that, I think a lot of that stems from the writers not quite knowing what to do with Alicent's character during this part of the story, because there's not a lot of material they can pull from in the book for this part of the story for Alicent specifically to do. I completely agree with you, Mello, that like the awful scenario with like Jasper Wilde is so unnecessary, and the plot line of her going to kill Aemond, like at the time when they proposed, I'm like, sounds dumb on paper, but I'm excited to see Olivia Cook anywhere else with anyone else. And while that was fun, it still wasn't that awesome. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, she was there, she tried to poison him and left. And remember, this is the boy who, when Luke, well, it was Luke, right, who cut his eye. When Luke cut his eye in season 1, this is the woman that's like, I need an eye for an eye. My son's eye's gone. We're going to take yours. And almost started a fist fight there on Driftmark. And now, fast forward to this season, she's like, you want me to kill that boy? Okay. If it'll get me and Helena out. And I see what they're doing.
She knows how much she's lost Aemond, though.
Yeah. Sure. But also, like, it still does ring strange. Because the initial, okay, you can kill Aegon, but I'm not going to be the one that kills him. But if it brings peace, fine. Because we know she hates Aegon, or at least likes him the least, for good reason. So now when we get to this season where she's like, okay, I guess I'll kill Aemond. And I guess she's creeped out because Aemond kissed her.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But
I would
it
say
is a little
certainly
bit
so.
like if we had more episodes to explore really what Alicent's thinking. Because I think her writing this season is much more, she's in scenes explaining to us, well, I'm going to get to this point now. Here I go. Now I'm here. Now it's time for me to get to this point. We don't really get to see what her inner turmoil is or what she's really thinking. And this season brought up a lot of questions about how she views her motherhood. Because even when she's talking to Helena, there's even a moment where it's like, I don't even know if she truly believes herself when she says she cares about Helena. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a part of the season that I think definitely fell by the wayside, unfortunately.
I wonder if it would have worked better rather than being like, hey, I'm sending you on an assassin quest, for her to be like, I'm sending you to treat with your son. And secretly it is an assassin's quest. So like she sends whatever
like Sir
guard.
Redford
Yeah, whoever.
Going to kill him, but she doesn't know that.
Yeah, totally. And then it becomes I didn't know. And then she takes off kind of thing. So you could achieve the same ends. And then Aemond would think, oh, my mother betrayed me. Instead of it being this silly, like, I understand.
I think I see what you're saying. That would have worked better.
Yeah. They have to give her something to do.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, she didn't have to be the direct poisoner.
For
Agreed.
Sure.
Steve, next email.
The next email comes from Joanne. They write, as I have watched this season, there's a subtle conversation going on about nature versus nurture. What started me on this path was the dragon seeds. While they have Targaryen blood that allows them to ride, the challenges arise because they don't have a noble upbringing and consequently don't abide to the social mores about honor and respectability. You can also see this dynamic play out amongst the full Targaryen siblings. Rhaenyra and Aegon suffer because Viserys did not nurture them to be effective leaders. Daemon and Aemond were raised without expectations of leadership, yet choose to make destructive and violent choices over and over. The only ones where there's even a semblance of balance is House Velaryon, especially in Adam and Alan, probably thanks more to their mother perhaps, but as soon as Corlys came to terms with himself about his sons, he begins to guide them in matters of nobility and accountability. I would go on, but hopefully you get my point, and I would love to hear your takes on this. I love this pod so much, I listen even when I am not watching the media you're covering because you bring such honesty, integrity, and joy in your interpretations. Joanna. P.S. Can I ask if you would release some of your patron-only content as collections that would be accessible with a one-time purchase? I'm not able to join as a sustaining Patreon member, but I would absolutely pay $25 to get access to your Game of Thrones coverage. Regardless, love y'all. I mean it.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah, something to
We
consider.
actually did the background work of starting that up, but we never actually pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah, so we do plan on doing that. I think that would be a nice feature for people. Just like, hey, I want to listen to the arcane stuff or the Midnight Mass stuff, or coming up with the prices for these things is maybe interesting because like
well, I don't know how
Yeah,
much.
Midnight Mass is 7 episodes.
We did
Yeah.
200 hours of Game of Thrones stuff. And so, but I don't know. Yeah, that is something we've thought of and would like to do. And Patreon does allow for that. So we will be doing that. Yeah, I think this is interesting. And it's something that the show has had a conversation about as far back as Game of Thrones. You know, there's a line that comes from the books, but it's paraphrased in the show. But every time a Targaryen is born, the gods flip a coin, you know, kind of idea. So there's that nature versus nurture discussion there. And you could look at it like from a Targaryen perspective, it's just the incest that causes that, perhaps.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Don't tell Terrence Howard that.
But yeah, I think this in general is an interesting conversation, and it alludes to one of the changes you asked, and someone else asked earlier, what's a change that you really liked? And I think I like what they did with Ulf and Hugh as well. You know, not to spoil too much, but Ulf and Hugh are kind of both crazy, mean, horrible bastards in the book.
Yeah.
And I think something Martin unconsciously probably did there is kind of gross, which is like, oh, the lowborn, the poor bastards really shouldn't have dragons. And since one of the big themes of the show is how all of this royalty sucks and it's the small folk who suffer most through no fault of their own, I think that would have been a really weird thing for the show to do, you know? And I don't know how relevant that is to what was being asked here, but it felt like it was.
No, I agree. You're talking about nature versus nurture. And if he's talking about, by nature, the poors are also terrible, I agree with you. It's kind of a gross take. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the concept that Rhaenyra and Aegon suffer because Viserys didn't nurture them to be effective leaders. I think that, at least in addressing the Rhaenyra aspect of it, she probably has the right qualities in all things being equal, but she is dealt the worst possible hand, and then they take away some of the cards anyway afterward and then say, go play poker. Yeah. And she is making some of the wrong decisions, but she's making wrong decisions that she shouldn't have to make, and none of the other people had to either. So
if she was just able to become queen the way Viserys intended and, you know, sort of take the realm as Viserys had left it peacefully.
If she had the support.
And you didn't have the High Towers constantly trying to undercut her rise to the Iron Throne her whole life, then it would have been great. She probably would have been a really great leader.
Well, it's not just the High Towers. You know, the whole societal structure undercuts her as a woman, right? And it's like, I forget who said it. Somebody... I thought it was a conversation that happened this season from Missaria or Daemon or maybe even one of the High Tower, like Ormond or something. But it's like, even if none of this was going on, like half the lords wouldn't.
I think it was Corlys maybe.
Do what she
brought it up.
Yeah, maybe. Like wouldn't do what she said. Like, you know what I mean? And so I don't think she was nurtured to become an effective leader, but not just by Viserys. It's like by the whole system, right?
Patriarchy.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the huge themes of the show. But also, like, in regards to Daemon and Aemond, something George Martin does a lot in this universe is illustrate how, which was probably a thing in, like, you know, feudal Europe, the second sons who didn't stand to inherit anything were more overzealously interested in their own glory and stuff, because what are they going to do with their lives?
They
right?
had to go
like,
and make their lives.
Yeah, they don't have, you know, I'm not just going to take this castle and then take my dad's job. I have to go out and like get a life of some kind. And Daemon and Aemond are both those second sons that are more interested in the war and the glory because of that, right? Viserys was the king. Daemon felt like he was better than his brother Viserys, but had to go do different things. And there's a whole free company of mercenaries called the Second Sons that is explored, I think, briefly in the show, but it's a big part of the book. But yeah, that's a whole thing in this universe where they kind of have this like, daddy didn't love me as much mentality, you know? And he didn't. Daddy didn't. Like, it's for sure, you know? Unless you're a Tarly.
Right.
Dickon.
And with House Velaryon, the balance, I think, is interesting because Corlys also had two other kids, Laena and Laenor, who seemingly turned out pretty okay because they had, you know, Rhaenys and Corlys at Corlys is best, whereas Adam and Alan might seem more dutiful because they have something to prove, and they also grew up with their mother, and presumably
and poor, so they had to struggle for certain things. And
and then of course you go back to all of Alicent's children, Aemon and Aegon specifically, being around the throne, and they kind of grew up with these inherited problems, whereas Darren's sent to Old Town, and Darren seems to have a much more moral compass that he can follow easier. And it reminds me, I rewatched the finale last night, and I really find that scene interesting when he's knighted by Ormond. Because Ormond is like, you vow to be just and protect the weak and the innocent and all that stuff. And to Ormond, he's like, this is just a box I have to check to get you to become king.
Yeah.
Because as he's telling Darren to do this, he's putting little children up on the front lines as human shields, which that goes against that.
Very
oath.
unknightly.
Yeah, it goes against everything about that oath. Whereas when he's being knighted by Darren, you can kind of see Darren being like, this means something to him. Like he's going to try to uphold that oath.
Yeah.
And I think that's a product of him being raised not in King's Landing and kind of not having that power looming over him. You know what I mean? Because absolute power corrupts.
It corrupts absolutely. Okay, this next email comes in from Haley, and it says, "Hi, howdy, hey."
Hey.
What's up?
Haley from Patreon and longtime listener. My question for Hot D: what is your take on Queen Rey and KC Damon's, King Consort Damon's, relationship, status, and dynamic?
Casey Damon.
CD.
I ended up on the bad side of threads with all the nitpickers and haters. And one talking point after episode 7 was how Rhaenyra, quote unquote, cheated on Daemon as just the worst thing she has ever done. Neither my husband nor I really reacted to it like cheating because to us, 1, they don't have a relationship like that. 2, Westeros doesn't really think of cheating like that. Or do they? What do you think? Maybe we are the weird ones here. For me, even going back to season 1, I never felt that they were a deep love match. Rather, it was a dynamic built on an understanding of power, proximity, and a crush. I think they have love for each other and their power couple situation, but aren't, and probably never were, quote unquote, in love exactly. I read it more of a, this is convenient, important, powerful choice, and you are a good enough hang most of the time that I'm down for the marriage. And also, you're hot, so let's do this thing situation. I also think Daemon just straight up does not care about her hooking up with a lowborn woman since there is not the potential bastard element present. If anything, I think Daemon would be mad that it was Mysaria specifically, but not because of the physical intimacy. So yeah, I don't think they are in love like that, nor is it cheating really, but I'd love to hear more takes and your read on their entire relationship. Love the pod. Excited for Twilight. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Been rewatching Breaking Bad with you and having a 10 out of 10 time. Congratulations on all the exciting news this year with houses and babies and Kit. I hope you get answers for your health. Haley. P.S. I made you watch Hidalgo, and whenever you drop a little letter buck, I get a huge kick out of it.
Letter buck.
I think this is interesting because I don't like talking about this because that is her uncle, right? So let's put all that aside and just put it in a little box and be aware of it, but then carry on with the conversation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I do think
Terrence, get out of the room.
Hell yeah, mine. I do think they love each other. The sexual dynamic is interesting, I think. I never thought of it as cheating because if it were the man in this world, it would be considered something that they do, you know?
I mean, just look back to what Stannis the Manus was doing in Game of Thrones.
Throwing it down.
I'm sure no one online was like, how could he do that to Selyse?
They take one look at Melisandre and be like, I get it.
But Stannis himself was very upset with himself about that because he was a very
So it is cheating.
I do think there is supposed to be fidelity.
Yeah.
Because Catelyn resents Jon Snow so much, right? And so
that's true.
It is like in this universe, I think monogamy is supposedly a thing, but we've seen men very often stray from that quite frequently. We saw Daemon in his relationship, quote unquote, with Mysaria had a very unique, open sexual, when he couldn't come that one time, she was like, would you like me to get one of the other girls with the blonde hair?
Every time you get into your Mysaria voice, it cracks me up.
I don't know if he'd be upset if he came in and they were scissoring. I don't know.
I agree that he would be upset that it was Miss Arya.
Yeah.
Just because that's her one
But he would like
closer
get it.
to the. Yeah, well, sure. Like he'd be like,
She's like super hot.
I'm gonna watch, but I'm not
This is
gonna
a
be happy
dream I
about
once
it.
had. Am I a dreamer?
I myself have done this many times.
Corrections.
I don't know. I have more bohemian ideas of this sort of thing myself anyway, so it's hard for me to comment.
It's interesting that people are upset now at Rhaenyra for
That's 1,000% misogyny.
yeah.
It's the Skylar White thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know he's like murdering and selling meth and stuff, but like
She fucked Ted.
You fucked Ted? That's crazy. Are we just being bad people now? Oh, who's really Breaking Bad here?
That's why it's called Breaking Bad.
I get it now. It's very much that to me.
Yeah. Because they kissed in the previous season. And I think when that happened in the previous season,
I had assumed they had continued off camera. Me personally.
one might assume, right? Yeah.
Once or twice a week.
I actually thought it was weird it wasn't revisited more often. Like, are they a thing now? What's going on?
Yeah. Because like back in season 2, that happened because Daemon was so antagonistic towards her rule. He was really shitty. He like abused Rhaenyra physically in that season, I think, right? Like he
Choked her throat. Yeah.
And so
And again, I don't like this conversation because, like, in our world, that's not only incest, but it's grooming and it's just so many levels of abuse, right?
Yeah.
That I don't know if they're implying exists in this context or not. But
if this were the real world, if this was
he's an absolute monster.
2026 people, the people who will go online and be like, she cheated on Daemon would be the dregs of society. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I get that you get a pass because it's a fantasy world with fantasy established rules, but like, to your point, yeah, her uncle, there's grooming involved, and the fact that she's having a consensual relationship with another adult that's seemingly much more from a place of love, caring, and understanding of one another is like, how is that awful, you know?
If this was the real world, I think the focus would be on holy fucking shit, they have dragons, you know? But also,
Well, if this was the real world,
that's also gross.
instead of dragons, they're just like riding a nuclear bomb like that guy from Dr. Strangelove. Yeah. Let's go, Correxies.
How to stop worrying and love the dragon. Andy, next email.
Next email comes from Colin. Colin writes, Hi, lads and Erica. Greetings again from Bonnie, Scotland. Expecting great accents after many months of practice. Apologies accepted in advance.
You got the worst one for this.
God, no. Cheers again for the great coverage of Hot D and especially Night of the Seven Kingdoms, one of my favorite stories. Check the audiobook, which is read by Harry Lloyd, who plays Viserys in Game of Thrones. Excellent.
Love Harry Lloyd.
I'm normally not a great fan of the modern drip feeding format of modern shows, but have to say I really enjoyed season 3 of Hot D. The ramping up of tension in King's Landing, the scheming, the traits of Ormond, even the Harrenhal stuff was great compared to season 2. But of course, the VIP this season has to be Tommy Flanagan as Roderick Dustin. Have to say though, when I see a Scottish actor, it does take me out of it when they use a different accent. Note to George R.R. Martin, Scotland is the true north. My main question to you...
Sorry, I tried.
Spit it out, you wee shit.
My main question to you all is regarding to the expanding universes of fiction and where do you all think this could go? So far, we've had the adaptation of the main A Song of Ice and Fire in Game of Thrones, Dance of the Dragons with Hot D, and Dunk and Egg Adventures. Which of the other big events from the world would you all like to see adapted? Personally, I'd love to see origins of Barristan Selmy, his rise through the ranks and defeat of the 5th Blackfire Rebellion, and the Maelys the Monstrous. Or and Maelys the Monstrous, not the. Or, alternatively, do you think the constant adaptations are thinning out these fantasy worlds and leaving nothing more to the imagination? I know that there is no way to please everyone, but sometimes the mystery and world building feels more natural when you read it yourself. Anyways, cheers again. Take care, guys. If you ever make it over to Scotland, give me a shout and I'll get you a dram or an iron brew for Kit. Love all, Colin. P.S. A wee request. Where I live in northern Scotland, we have a regional language called Doric, principally spoken by farmers, fishermen, and locals. Could you please get Steve to read this out in Doric? It would be an absolute treat.
I'm not familiar with that dialect. Do I look it up real quick?
I think.
Do I YouTube a Doric
No,
accent?
I think that you just wing it and you let us know what you think a Doric accent sounds like. So in English, it is, there are brave men knocking at our doors. Let's go fuck them.
It's like tears.
Oh, they've spelled it out below
Yeah.
the English. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking up something to respond. That's why I didn't have the email up. Jesus Christ.
The stock cheers chapping your yeet.
The Stark Shield shopping at your yeet la awa and Gwellum.
That's pretty good.
Aye.
Aye.
Scrooge McDuck.
It's shite being Scottish.
I think, the more adaptations, the merrier. I would love to see anime adaptations and feature film adaptations and all this stuff, right? And we're getting most of that stuff. Mm-hmm. Aegon's Conquest movie. I would like to see.
We just got the Mad King play debuted this past week.
Sure.
Which is the Robert's Rebellion and
leading up to Robert's Rebellion, I think.
Yeah, it shows more of the Lyanna Stark, Rhaegar storyline.
For one, a lot of people say this, like they want to see Bobby B in his prime.
God, so I was strong then.
And that kind of, the Barristan Selmy stuff reminded me of that. As cool as that would be, I think there's millennia on either side of that I would like to see explored. My most favorite thing from the Fire and Blood book is the Alyssa Farman stuff. And the idea of her stealing the dragon eggs and going around the world as a pirate is really, really fascinating. And I'm really into pirate stuff right now. I've been playing Black Flag a lot. Like, I would love that.
Hell yeah.
The Arya Stark stuff, kind of pirate related as well. Like, what's west of Westeros? Unless you're a flat earther, you know that what's west of Westeros is also what's east eventually. But maybe there's something in the middle.
Yeah,
Maybe
the world could be
of
a lot
Westeros
bigger.
is flat.
Yeah. That's true.
Maybe it's just flat. Or maybe they all live in the eye of a giant.
So I'm really excited to see. I'm scared of what they would do without George Martin's guidance at all. If they were going to revive, they are supposedly in talks of like getting Kit Harington to come back as Jon Snow, which I think is dumb. I think his story like wrapped up well, and also throwing Arya and what she's been up to in that same show. Supposedly that's in like very early. Maybe going to get greenlit.
Now, is this again with the Kit Harington stuff? Because previously they had
Correct.
greenlit it and then backed down.
But now they're like, what if we brought Arya as well and we did them both? And like,
okay.
because there's so much money. These things are so popular, right?
yeah.
And unfortunately, neither Maisie nor Kit have done major things. Like Maisie's been in 4 or 5 decent shows that not many people watched.
Kit's been in some big movies. It's just his agent hasn't gotten
Back
him good
then, it
ones,
was
yeah.
like Pompeii and shit like that, right? That didn't work. But he was in
Call of
the
Duty
new
games,
season of Industry.
Or
Like,
Industry, yeah.
but that's not like, you know.
He could have been in some more Marvel movies, but his character doesn't seem to be going anywhere in the MCU,
Correct.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
unfortunately.
That's where my head was at.
So, yeah, I think that for me, Alyssa Farman, I would love to see. I was sad when that 10,000 ships thing got. I don't know why I'm always into pirate
10,000
stuff.
ships would have been super dope.
The Nymeria story was cool.
Yeah.
The 9 Voyages, the Corlys Velaryon
been great,
show,
right?
I wanted that really badly because like he did some crazy cool stuff. Y'all don't know how cool Corlys is if you just watch the show.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. My man knows ball.
He does.
This is one of the things I always kind of go back to, but part of me is like, this sounds really cool on paper, but I don't know, part of me believes that it could never be as cool or live up to my ideas of it. Is just like if we got like an old Valyria story, like the actual Doom of Valyria.
I think that
Just
would
kinda-
have to, like if we got an animated movie or something, I
It'd
think
be that.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing.
You'd have to have almost like Star Wars level of like magic and shit
Yeah.
that isn't really
so
in
fucking
the
cool.
main series at all.
Or even a couple like when the Andals and the First Men, the first Long Night or right before that, you know,
Yeah.
that really high fantasy story where it's all giants and children of the forest, and you know,
That would be fucking rad.
it would be so different than what we're used to, but it would be interesting.
I would love something just set in E.T. You know what I mean? It's like a
They talked about a show.
completely different world.
Yeah.
And like, I want to know, but it's part of the same universe. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So right next to Danny and stuff. Why aren't the Dothraki heading there? You know?
Yeah.
I just want to see. I want to see that perspective of the world. Just China.
Yeah.
But be dope.
I want to see those winged men.
Yeah.
Are the wingmen in ET? Is that where that is?
No, they're like
They're past ET.
yeah,
Dang.
they're real
In the mountains of Morn
real east.
or something. Next email. Who is it? Me?
Let's see.
Steve?
Steve's turn.
Is this
Because
Owen?
he was reading Doric.
Is this Owen or Owain? It's
Owen.
Owen. This is from Owen. So there we have it. Season 3 wrapped up. We hardly knew you. I think now is the time to acknowledge the best character of season 3, Aegon. My God, what a turnaround for Mr. Little Sadistic Child Fights. Did somebody say child fights? Oh, Maester Marty B, get out. From being down to the dumps to stabbing the guy with Sunfire scale a million times, I was cheering him on throughout that. His I'm alive and maniacal laughter when Sunfire burns the Mootons was just amazing. All in all, for me, the star of season 3 is Tom Glenn C. Hopefully by now we can all agree as Ray is turning into the mad. I read that slowly because I didn't know who Ray was. As I was reading, like, who the fuck's Ray? We can all agree.
Rhaenyra.
As
Rhaegon.
Ray is turning into the Mad Queen, it's time we all become Team Green. Thanks, fellas, for truly wonderful coverage and having a Discord that entertains me ridiculously. All the best, Owen in Leeds, England. Also, do you want me to read the next email right now? Mm-hmm. This next one comes in from Mandy. They write, love the pod so much. Everyone is loving Aegon's arc, but struggling to really get behind him because of the raping and child fighting pits.
That is tough.
Do you think... That's rough, buddy. Do you think they will show Aegon and Aemond processing the death of Helena once they find out and show remorse from Aegon? If I don't win the shirt, can we buy them? Andy.
Yes, you can buy the shirts.
Yes.
If you don't win.
We will be only selling the shirts for like another week or two.
Limited time
it's
only.
a very limited time, but if you don't win them, if your name's not pulled at the end of this episode, just go buy one.
I wanted to include both emails. A, plug for the merch store.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not an idiot. But also, two different sides of that Aegon conversation, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, aren't we all Team Green now? No offense to Owen.
Well, Owen has been beating the Team Green drum for a long time at this point. Yeah. For a long time. I respect
There had
the
to be
commitment.
one, you know?
But also,
Yeah, he might be the goat of the season.
Tom Glencarney did a fantastic job. And,
for sure.
and Aegon was so entertaining. And honestly, that could have been a contender for the best change from the book. Because in the
absolutely.
book, all Aegon does is get burnt off that dragon and lay there for a year. That's it. None of this happens in the book. You get none of this Aegon stuff.
He
None of this
disappears, but no
character
one
stuff.
knows where he went for a long time.
Correct.
Yeah.
As in, like so many characters do in the book, they're just not there anymore until they pop up again. Do we think Aegon and Aemond will be shown to process the death of Helena?
I don't think they know who Helena is.
I don't.
think Aemond might. Because I know there was a bit in season 1 where Aemond's like, hey, be nice to our sister. You're supposed to marry her. She's awesome. Like he was a little protective of her. But I don't know if he outgrew that or not. He could have.
He kind of had that thing with her and where he'd like tried to get her to fly to battle with him and stuff on Dreamfire, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I don't think they'll show it much. They didn't even show Alicent grieving Otto or processing that, you know?
right.
So
And they've
I
got a lot to
doubt
get
it.
through in season 4.
yeah, I highly
know.
doubt it.
Tom Glencarney has done such a good job this season. I think that they are going to lean into him more and treat him more of a gray character, which is great. You know, gray stories are better than black and white ones. And so I could see them showing this newer version of Aegon who has eaten crow for a season and yet come out on top. I could see them
Like he would have vestiges of that growth?
giving Tom Glencarney the opportunity to show off his chops and react to the death of his wife. You know, like I think that
Bummer.
yeah, like he lost.
I miss
They
our
did a good job
conversations.
having him react to his kid being killed, the blood and cheese shit.
Yeah.
And so I think that they could do it again.
I don't know what she was doing, if it was cross-stitching tapestries, but I liked it. Some people say embroidery. I don't know the difference.
She made
However.
a hella good macaroni
I like good macaroni and cheese, dog.
No, he meant the macaroni posters, I think.
She did that as well.
I ate them.
Have you seen that people, Tom Glencarney posted this on his Instagram, that he's really happy because he will just be walking down the street and now fans will just run up to him and go, "I'm alive!"
It is incredibly delivered.
It's one of my
I'm
biggest
alive.
vocal stems from this season is that.
Imbecile.
Imbecile.
I've been loving all the Ulf memes that they've been posting from the official HBO.
Oh, of the actual actor. Like,
yeah. Why did I do it? Because it's legendary.
Yeah. That's fun.
No, he's great. Like, I totally agree with Mandy. Tom Glencarney's great. The journey has been wonderful to watch. I've seen that character grow, has been really, really great. But I'll never be Team Green because of everything Mandy said. It's one of those things like, you are quite the monster. I mean, he illegitimately sired children with people and then had those children sent to the fighting pits. Say what you will say about Rhaenyra, it's going to be hard to top that. You know what I mean?
Unless she starts her own league to fight his.
The
you know
XFL.
What I mean?
There are no rules in this fighting pit.
The next email. Oh, what about the old fighting relics of a dead regime? The next
man
email
forgets.
comes in from Ashley. Howdy, boys.
My boys!
I read that like Joyce Byers.
Boys.
So I hate vomit. It is yucky and makes me queasy. And this season seemed to be the most pukey of all Game of Thrones seasons, especially with that bitch-ass Ormond. He hates smells. I hate when he pukes. So in the theme of yuckiness, my question for you three is, what is your squeamish kryptonite? I wouldn't be living up to my name if I didn't ask you a semi-gross question. Love you, boys. Lady Trashley is their username, by the way, not Ashley.
Fingernail clippers. I, to this day, have my whole life cut my fingernails with a knife because my fingernails getting bent backwards by a nail
You just got to have a
clipper.
sharp pair.
Yeah, but it happened to me when I was young at some point because I used them to clip guitar strings or something.
Yeah,
And
dolled
then-
them up.
Yeah, and then try to use it on my
Ugh.
fingernails, and it just bent it backwards. And I'm like, to this day, can't do it. I mean, I can. It's just like I have to like I'm getting goosebumps a little bit. I have to
So
like
use a knife?
do tiny little bits at a time, not like, the what you think of when you clip a nail and it's like the whole crescent moon. I can't do anything like that. I have to like, no, I just use a knife and I'm good at it. So I've been doing it forever. So it's
Oh,
fine.
see, the knife scares me.
Yeah.
I would not have any
And the
fingers.
sideways cutting, I hate the feeling of that, the texture of that.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I hate when I can't even talk. I hate when I bite forks,
Oh yeah. I don't like that either.
especially like sometimes they'll get. I eat fast, like it's a problem. So I can't even talk about it right now. Sometimes.
How hard are you biting these forks?
It gets like twisted sideways.
What are you doing? How are you eating? What do you mean? I'm so confused.
I can't. Multiple times I've gotten them stuck in the roof of my mouth, like wedged between the narrowest part of my teeth, and there's literally a fork stuck off that, and it's the worst feeling ever.
I don't understand.
And then I can't get it out. It's
Literally. It was like I would let go and it was just stuck in the roof of my mouth. But sometimes they go sideways and I just don't like metal.
Wait. So you come in at an angle where it gets wedged up against like the roof, the pallet.
Yeah, think about it like you're fucking forking a piece of key lime pie or something and you're doing this bougie little twist to get the cream and then you just miscalculated and it's just, any kind of metal clacking against my teeth.
The clicking and swishing up there. little flick and swish.
Correct. Like Flitwick. Exactly.
You had me with like the knocking.
The clacking is what it is, but there's also been some incidents in my past.
See
The incident.
Or it's
what do I do?
It's
running around
an
with
extreme clack. Yeah, so
forked.
it's like the back of my teeth is wide enough, and I'm licking the pudding or whatever it is off the fork, and I'm dragging it into the narrow portion of my mouth. And it's like, fuck, it's happened like 3 times. I'm 37. It's happened 3 times. It's not a fucking common thing.
once
but
a
it
decade
sucks.
is too often.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It sucks every time. You know what I mean?
That's so fascinating.
Hey, I thought we were just being honest and vulnerable here.
I love this. I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying I've never thought of that before.
What
Steve,
about what's
your
yours?
squeamy?
Eye stuff. Y'all know.
Oh, that's
this.
right.
Eye stuff.
Eye
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like if people touching eyes, getting too. I can't watch people put contacts in. I've got my eye appointment for. It's like,
nice.
It's like the 1st of September. Was
Next
the earliest
year?
I can get? Yeah, right. Was the earliest I can get my eye appointment, and Eric was like, "Are you gonna get contact lenses?" I'm like, "Abso-fucking-lutely not." No,
I want to
way.
get my eyes tested too. What if that's the source of all my frequent headaches? Is like bad vision, straining.
Maybe could be.
Do you feel like you strain?
I don't know. I know. Remember, I told you my son could see a sign when we were driving.
Oh, yeah,
that
I
I
forgot
couldn't
about that.
read.
I saw a dude that pierced his eyeball on TikTok the other day, like a piercing. And I was just like, I didn't know you could do that. I thought it would
What?
just pop. You know, I mean, I
So-
know that it's not just
Jelly.
like filled with water,
So
but like,
does
I
he
would
have
thought,
a little ring, and whenever his pupil, it's like just wiggling around like that? Oh,
Yep.
Oh, we're making
why?
Ashley upset by our vomit
I'm so
noises.
sorry, Ashley. Sorry, you did this.
Next one comes in from Shay. Hello.
Hi.
I've been listening to the pod since I found it during your coverage of season 4 of Stranger Things. When I was newly postpartum and up for hours at a time throughout the night, I would listen to your coverage and it helped me get through the newborn trenches and not feel so alone.
Aw.
My question for you is, if the Targaryens were a baseball team, what would each other's walk-up song be?
Each characters.
Or each character's, walk-up song be. Also, I'm reading the book for the first time and noticed that Otto says if they allow Rhaenyra to take the throne, then he'll be the first to lose his head. In the show, he is the first one to be executed after she takes the throne. I don't remember if you called it out, but I know Steve will prove me wrong if you did. And thought that was a cool connection. Can't wait to see what we're streaming next, Shay. Pronounce Shay, like the butter. I'm still, what? Like the butter. I'm
butter.
still upset that Mrs. Selvig said it weird.
You know, I don't remember how Mrs. Selvig said, if I'm being honest.
I don't either.
I don't either.
You've never heard of shea butter?
No.
Oh, it's like a lotion.
Okay. Oh, okay. I understand.
Shea butter?
I was
Is that what she said?
imagining like a butter, like spread.
Sure. It's the only other butter.
Yeah.
I got
I
it.
can't believe there's not butter.
Butter? Hardly know her.
Well, that's not butter because they can't believe it.
Yeah. Margarine.
Okay, walk up base. So these are
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
songs.
If you had a Savannah Bananas team of Targaryens.
I don't know.
Well, obviously, Aegon is going to be the Bee Gees staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive.
Okay. He's feeling himself. I get that. I think I support that.
Staying alive.
Yeah.
Damon's would be Black Sheep by Metric.
Okay.
Black sheep, come on.
It would
Black
be
sheep, come on.
it would be the Brie Larson
Hello
version.
again. Friend, friend. I knew you went.
Wah, wah, and like Caraxes is in the back, you know?
Season 4 Helena would just be I'm only happy when it rains.
Oh.
Yeah. By Shirley Manson.
Yeah.
Not McLean, which Steve didn't correct me on, and everybody made fun of me.
I didn't.
Let's
It
see.
sounded right enough, and I didn't have that.
I'm only happy when it rains.
Would Aemond be Stacy's mom has got it going on?
I was trying to come up with good mom songs.
Yes.
My mom has got it going on.
Okay. Gawain would be some kind of queen, right?
Oh, Gawain? Oh, I just thought
You're
Gawain
my best friend when he's riding with
Yeah.
You're my best friend. Ooh, you're making me live.
Woohoo. Running that tower like we know. Cole would be some kind of emo music.
Oh, for sure.
Darren would be, don't you forget about me.
I'm in the show. Season 3, you know it, baby.
Otto would be some kind of Elvis.
Really? You think
You ain't
Otto,
nothing but a hound dog.
Otto would be an Elvis guy? You wouldn't be like, that's too much hip gyration, Joe Grace.
Oh yeah, he's
Thank
like
you very much.
Priscilla, very appropriately aged for this relationship.
Oh no, he would. Would Rhaenyra be like, take this job and shove it?
Oh, some kind of what's that song by Reba McEntire?
Here's one chance, fancy don't.
Or is that Dolly Parton?
9 to 5? Is that what you're
Working
thinking?
not? No, it's the working a single mom who works 2 jobs.
That's Reba.
Yeah. I'm a survivor. Yeah, that's maybe.
I wish I had more time to like really.
Yeah, we should have put
research
more
on
effort into this. It's like
I
off the
know.
dome kind of
Yeah.
stuff. That's all you get. That's all we got.
That's all we got. We're spent. This next one is from Spencer. Spencer writes, "Hello, Sir Lazer, Sir Andy, and I'm Steve.
My
My
lords.
lords,
My lords.
I'm giving you this voice. My lord, how do you guys rank Ormond? Huh?
Out of you guys.
How do you rank Ormond in the list of Westeros villains? Does he compare to the bad of the bad like Ramsay Bolton and Joffrey? If you had to make a Westeros tier list, where would he fit? Stinky poopy butt, Spencer." I read that. Did you see me like pause? Like, I bet Andy did this, but I'm gonna read it anyway.
Andy finally got him.
He knew he could get me.
Yeah, you read the whole teleprompter every time.
Ron Burgundy.
Check your panties. You guys ever seen that?
No.
It's a. It's supposed to say pantries. It's a. It's a news guy, you know. Check your panties. And you can hear all the people laughing in the background. Yeah, I do think Ormond's a really good, like, one-season villain. You know, obviously he didn't get enough either actions or time to rank up there. Not as hated as Joffrey by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, for sure,
Not
yeah.
as memorable because he didn't have as much to do as Ramsay Bolton, but I think he's up there. I mean, I think it's a really good
Absolutely.
attempt.
Yeah, man.
You know?
No, they used him perfectly well. Expertly executed. They gave that character so much
And
more
again,
life.
great change because in the book,
Nothing.
it's just Lord Ormond Hightower. It's just
Here I go.
marching on up. Here I come.
I beat up the bees breeze. Now I'm going up to beat up some Tumblytons.
That's right.
Some Footleys.
So yeah, I think. But where would he rank? I mean, he's below Joffrey, below Ramsay,
Yeah.
below Cersei.
Below Carl Fuchentaner.
You think
The legend.
he's
We
not-
can all agree.
He's
the
not,
legend of Janelle.
He's not below Carl
But he was a
fucking Tanner.
fucking legend.
That's true. That is true.
No, he's not below Carl Tanner. I just love that guy.
So a lot of the people that we're describing though are like season long like characters. I don't know
Yeah.
if we would call them just like a villain of the season, you know?
Right.
It's closest to Ramsay, though. I would
Yeah,
say.
like a Ramsay or a
Well, Ramsay was 3 seasons, wasn't he? Wasn't he introduced in season 3 and then he died in season 6?
I mean, we just watched it, but he didn't have much to do until like the big one.
but you got that good backstory and
Seasons
get to
5 and
know
6.
him a little bit better before he really popped off as.
he's really like a 2-season guy. Like we get him before we know who he is, and then we get him with
Theon, right?
yeah with Theon. That's more of like before we really know who he is, and then I was going to say more with Sansa, and like now he's killed his father and he is the Lord of Winterfell.
Right.
We get a whole season of that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Ormond's up there, man. They did such a good job with him. Such a good job.
Yeah, I would definitely put him like a B or an A if S tier is the highest you can get.
Yeah.
In terms of like how
High B.
like hated some
Low A.
like Cersei would be an S tier hateable villain, Joffrey S tier, Ramsay's S or A tier, and then I think James probably lived, or I say James because I know the actor so well.
But he
Jimmy.
beats out like the High Sparrow. I thought he was more interesting than the High Sparrow.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I thought that he was better than like,
Balon Greyjoy.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
Better than
Walter
Mary
Frey?
Mastor. Ooh, Walter Frey is like I think I would put Walter Frey
Everything
above
stays
it.
right where it is.
And the honey's all mine.
Crushes Euron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The waif.
Piss.
Way better than the waif.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the waif. Yeah.
I don't like you.
Yeah, I think for me, he's like in a B tier. He's a solid B,
Yeah. I like him.
like a high B. If we were gonna, because I really liked his performance. He was great.
Our next email comes from Redacted. Emily Screamo. What's up, boys? If you don't get too bogged down with serious and thoughtful questions, it's time for another arousing round of hot do or hot don't. The rules are the same as last time, so don't make me type them, Your Grace. Don't make me type them, Your Grace. But just in case, answer the following scenarios and tell us, would you hot do or hot don't? Number 1, claim Team Green, but Ormond gives you full reign over Castle on the Border, which comes with a full Taco Bell within the castle grounds.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
In addition, Sir Dash of the Door is your humble servant and gets you whatever you want at any time of day. Hot do or hot don't?
Hot do.
Hot do.
Hot do.
Hot don't.
I get a castle with a Taco Bell.
I would never claim Team Green.
And Sir Dash of Door, my loyal servant.
Get you whatever you want.
Sir Dash, please get me the bell. I wish to live mass.
Well, that's in your castle. You don't
I'm
have
not
to do
getting
that.
out of bed. Leave it at the door.
I eat Taco Bell every day.
That's true. That was crazy. Remember when you ate Taco Bell 5 days in a row?
It was 7.
I'm
yes.
so jealous.
So you could do that whenever you wanted.
I know.
You know what's so funny is
You're
I
an
did
adult.
My doctor won't let me.
I did
Pepper?
Fuck you.
I did that during the week where it's like Taco Bell gives you explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, that was the worst time to
And
do
they're
that. But you don't eat lettuce.
You're
No, I
like,
don't.
it totally does.
Their business went, I think they lost like 31% of sales that
Holy
week. And I'm
shit.
like, I'm keeping them afloat. Just me and Erica.
Sarah's still afraid to eat lettuce because of the stuff.
That's
The
fair.
internet says it's still happening. I don't know if it's still happening or not.
I don't think it's happening in our area. I think it's
Michigan.
like Michigan, yeah, around that area. is
They're
where
shitting
it's-
up in Michigan. The Great Lakes are filled with diarrhea.
Yes.
Great
a-
Brown Lakes.
The lakes will run brown with our cabbage poos.
Number 2, spend 1 year hand stitching a future telling tapestry for Rhaenyra that she doesn't appreciate, but anytime you work on it, you get to hang with Sir Manderley and Lady Frey and listen to their petty gossip. Hot do or hot don't?
Hot don't. That's too much effort for not enough reward.
Hot don't. It's not a tapestry, it's an embroidery.
Yeah, hot don't.
Number 3, successfully make Sheep Stealer heed you and be your bestest friend, but you can never hang out with Caraxes anymore because you know they don't get along. Hot do or hot don't?
Ooh, that's hard.
I'm gonna hot do because Caraxes probably don't fuck with me anyway.
Yeah, that's where my head was at too. Hot do.
Hot don't, because I think I can change him even if he doesn't fuck with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hot do on that.
God damn, you don't want to hang out with me? I'll treat you real right. I hate you. I make you mutton. What cracks he do for you?
Number 4,
Other make weird little whistles at you.
get to respectfully and consensually, quote unquote, counsel our beautiful queen after hours, whenever you please.
hours.
I don't like whenever I please.
You won't have to work for it?
You know what I mean? Like, I was down with the consensually and respectfully.
When you made it a free use scenario?
Now I feel uncomfortable. But only at Harrenhal. Andy, stop moving that thing. I can't
I'm sorry.
read
I'm
anything.
so sorry.
Only at Harrenhal streaming things. Only at Harrenhal, and there are mommies lurking everywhere. That made it better.
Oh,
Hot do.
Hold on. The consensually counsel our beautiful queen, but only at Harrenhal. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
there are
assuming there's like,
lurking every. So she might turn into your mom at any point.
no, I would say like Alice Rivers pops up and watches every now and then is what the scenario is there, but that just makes it better.
Mommy's lurking.
Hot do.
Yeah, I don't see what the negative is.
You can.
I'm going to take it literally, and they're just random women with children lurking around the castle. And I'm
Why
going to
are
say
there
hot
children?
don't.
No, Andy, there's no.
They're because they're mommies, Steve.
I'll be like, excuse me, one of you mommies, can you go to the Taco Bell courtyard?
Ma'am.
Sir Dash of Door, bring me more mommies. 5, kiss the poo boot of your worst enemy, but you get to follow it up with a satisfying cold cut murder.
Only one song is written about them and is centered around how pathetic they looked as you slayed them. Hot do or hot don't.
Kiss the poo boot.
I'm not kissing no poo boot. I'm going to say hot don't on that. I don't hate Cole that
cold
much.
cut murder, cold cut combo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cold cut is not worth my kissing a poo boot. I don't.
No, I ain't kissing no. I ain't doing that either. I ain't going to do that.
God damn, that's kind of fucked up.
But see,
I want to kiss
I
a clean
could
boot.
one little smooch, and then I could murder Steve, and then
Whoa.
write a song about him.
That's not the scenario at all.
Yeah, sure it is. My worst enemy.
What would the song? Okay, hold on. What would the song be?
It's centered around how pathetic you looked as he slayed you.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, what's it sound like, Andy?
I don't know, like
If it's a bop, I'm okay with it.
Steve the Queef Queen.
Steve the Queef Queen.
Yes, that's the title.
Steve the Queef Queen. He queefed his last queef.
This is terrible.
It
is-
was at
He wrote the
lunch.
song.
This is an unsatisfying song. It's terrible audio,
I think that works with the premise of the question, though.
That's true.
It's supposed to be an unsatisfying song, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
He queefed at lunch.
They just played at your funeral on a loop.
Queen at lunch.
We're so happy Steve's mom's here. We have a song prepared.
Not
for you
the
to listen
Dune
to.
prophecy coverage reference. Thank you for another amazing season of House of the Dragon coverage full of laughs and new streaming things memories. Love your favorite redacted fiend, E. Screamo.
Yay.
Emily.
Thank you, Emily.
Oh, this is perfect for Andy to have to read.
Next one comes from Andy, not Andy. That's Andy with an I. Hi, guys. First off, love the pod. Y'all bring an exponential amount of joy to my ear holes each and every week, and I just wanted to say thank you for all your hard work. Now, in the finale, we see Darren get knighted by Ormond, and it's brought some questions up for me that I'd love to hear your thoughts on. 1. According to Jaime Lannister, any knight can make another knight. Does this mean that Ormond Prissy-Nose Hightower is a knight? I'm fairly certain he isn't in the book, not that that matters, but he definitely doesn't seem to be one in the show. This actually feels like he's just making up rules that only apply to him and help further his agenda. So surely this means Darren still isn't an actual knight now, right? And 2, what in the hell is the actual process / phrasing to naming a knight in Westeros? We've gotten all these different versions, 2 different ones in this season alone. I personally love Jaime's version the best, maybe because it was the most meaningful at the time. I'd love to hear your takes on this. Andy with an I.
Andy with an I.
Not that Andy.
Not that,
Not
Andy.
that,
Talking about
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
I think that he's definitely a knight because I think pretty much anybody that is a lord is going to be knighted by their peers.
1,000%. But everybody, not everybody, obviously, a lot of people had this hang up, like with his smell quirk and his general kind of quirks about, how he is in general. I just rephrased that the most frustrating way. His general quirks and, his quirks about how he is in general. Wow. I'm a professional. But a lot of people had a problem with this. Like, there's no way he's a knight. Like, I saw this kind of discussion online. Yes, he's 100% a knight. You have to be, right? Like, to rise to they would have made sure he was a knight to become his lordly self. Like,
I don't think
he would have been raised
to be a knight to be a lord, but someone in his position definitely would.
It's part of his upbringing to like for optics, right? His father would have made sure of it, that he went through the page and squire and knight.
He's got that Valyrian steel sword.
But because he's so wealthy and stuff, he was pushed through, right? More than he would have been coming up as a Sir Duncan,
Totally.
In Sir Duncan's world, the smell thing would have tripped him up quite quickly as a hedge knight. Yeah. But as far as what is the oath, it is interesting how it's kind of slightly different, but I imagine it would be when it's like passed down orally. You'd kind of misremember, or he throws a Hightower selfish flair on it.
Yeah.
And light the way.
Light the incense.
Everybody get out your Zippos.
Yeah, any knight can make a knight. Kings can make knights. And do you have to be a knight to lead a host of knights? I imagine you would do so, right?
Yeah, you can't just be. Yeah.
Yeah. To be a general's got to be a knight, right?
I've never even
Knighted,
considered that a lord wouldn't be a knight. You know what I mean?
Again, I don't think a lord automatically makes you a knight, but because of the way the world is, the way Westeros is, and a high profile family like the Hightowers definitely would just be checking that box for them, right?
For sure.
Because that's how he views it, doing it for Darren. He's just checking a box to make him king. So I'm sure when Ormond became a knight, boom.
But I 1,000,000% agree that like the way it went down with Jaime was the best one.
Yeah, for sure. And Gwain's a knight. So like, why would Gwain be a knight but not Ormond? If
Sir Gwain.
Ormond is
But Jon
the Lord of
Snow was
Hightower.
never knighted, right? He was just inducted into the Watch.
I think so.
But he's
correct,
not
yeah.
Sir Jon Snow.
No,
But then he later gets out of the Watch, having never been knighted, and leads hosts of men.
that's true.
Well, he becomes a king.
He does.
Yeah.
And he's kind of de facto Lord of Winterfell for a second,
Yeah.
even though he's like, no, it's Sansa's. And
it.
No,
Sansa!
I'm not a knight.
She's the knight.
I didn't say the words.
I don't want to be a knight. It brings up some bad memories of the Night King.
I don't even go.
That's funny.
I don't want it.
I don't even go out at night.
Too soon.
Hope we answered that.
Yeah, I don't know if we were helpful at all.
Steve, you're up.
So this next message comes in from Elbander. They wrote in on Discord. They write, "Hi, Steve. Here's some fun Mummers Dragon data for the Hot D mailbag." Now, for people who don't know, Elbander has been keeping track of all of our Mummers Dragons throughout all of our coverage of House of the Dragon, and they've got an update for us. To nobody's surprise, Season 3 was won by our Queen Rhaenyra, with Emma Darcy getting 4 votes. Tied to second place with 3 votes each, we had a bunch of newcomers. James Norton took the horny Discord fiends by storm. Fia Saban, is that how you say it? Fia Saban?
I think so.
Saban.
Fia Saban?
Saban.
Fia Saban's Helena made everyone feel a little bit warmer towards at least one member of Team Green. And they wrote Tom Bennett, but I think they mean Tommy Flanagan. And Tommy Flanagan brought us joy and maybe shock towards the end of the season. Also, Tom Glencarney and his Aegon brought a comic relief in some heavy episodes. You had 3 We All Everybodies this season. Once with Erica on All for James Norton, and the Toms, Tom Glencarney and Tommy Flanagan, that is, at the end of the season. Tom Glencarney would be named Mummer's Fast Tracker, or should be named Mummer's Fast Tracker, as he rose all the way to tie for 3rd amount of most votes throughout all seasons.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. And they sent like a breakdown of like the whole entire series run and also the individual votes for each episode. Is there any sort of information based off that you guys are interested in learning?
Yes.
So far for the entire series, Emma Darcy has 14 votes.
Wow. Okay.
Olivia Cook is in second with 8. Then we get to
Not even close.
Patty Considine, Eve Best, and Tom Glencarney, all with 5 votes.
Nice.
Wow.
Millie Alcock, Matt Smith, and Abubakar Salim have 4. So Abubakar
Yeah.
blowing up.
Alan's crushing it
Wow.
for sure.
James Norton had 3. Fia Sabin has 3. Tommy Flanagan has 3. Emily Carey 2. And then like the effects team has 2. I wonder what that episode's from. just says the effects team too.
I think you guys both did that or
Yeah,
something.
just like the people that made the dragons. Wow, kind of thing.
And then all the actors that have 1 vote, like Steve Toussaint has 2. Risa Fons has 2. But the people at the bottom, we have Cian Brooke, Elliot and Luke Tittenser, Sonoya Mizuno, Abigail Thornton, Matthew Needham, and Aloria Torcha all have 1 vote each at the bottom.
Matt Smith has far fewer than I would have thought, considering how much of a fucking force he is. on
Yeah,
the
but every
show.
time he's great, Emma just crushes him.
Yeah.
With they do some crazy shit, you know, dramatically
sure.
or something. And he's just like really, really fun.
Yeah,
And
he was
really,
probably
really
missing
good.
a lot in season 2 because I know maybe
Yeah.
season 2 we were kind of like, get him out of Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Elbander does continue. Their mummers is Fia. Helena made me care deeply for her, and I wanted to protect her at all costs. She was a treasure, and if I was to give a mummer to an actual dragon, it would be a tie between the big red noodly boy and his extremely cute whistles, and Sheep Stealer, who has somehow gained a queer icon status since bonding with Rhaena. What is the top dragon for each of you? We kind of answered that.
Yeah.
The one you would like to have as your own. We kind of already answered that. I have not read the books yet, and while I have some idea what the result of everything will be, I can't wait another 2 years to find out how all this madness unfolds. I'm so grateful to share this journey with you and all the stream fiends. Take care, love you, and Team Black t-shirts for me. Thanks.
Thank you, Elpander. That was wonderful due diligence. We appreciate it.
Seriously.
Shout out Emma Darcy. The next email comes in from Lorena. Hi, all. Here we are again, counting down the days until a new season of House of the Dragon. Thank you for all the jokes and dragon eggs. Your recaps right after the episodes made this season so much more exciting. HBO, please give the streaming hosts their screeners.
Yeah.
Also, please, more Erica in these recaps.
Yeah.
As a fellow non-book reader, I loved and completely agreed with all of her input. Here is a silly question for you. If you could bring over a character from any of the other shows, not books, to any of the following scenarios, which would it be, I presume is the question. The Battle of Tumbleton, Rhaenyra Queen's Landing, or Harrenhal's spooky haunted house, or the dragon standoff. I assume they mean when the 4 dragons were all there together.
Reservoir Dragons?
Yeah. Who would you most like to see in the storyline of House of the Dragon? I personally would love to see Tyrion give sage advice to my Queen Rhaenyra when she got the throne, or Tormund fighting the Greens with Roddy and the other Northmen. I know it wouldn't make any sense. That's why I said silly question. Feel free to skip, but fingers crossed I get selected in the contest. Sheep Stealer's voice is my favorite new addition to this season. Best.
Hell yeah, girl.
And by the way, I wrote that for Steve, and then Steve was like, I'm going to read the Elpander one, actually. And I almost read it. I almost got myself.
That would have been awesome.
Fuck, Steve. Why'd you have to switch it up?
I'm on to you guys.
I'm a mother.
Who would I bring in? I think it would be so fun.
Lyanna Mormont to all of those things.
Yeah.
Refuse the call.
They wouldn't be ready. They couldn't handle little Lyanna Mormont.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Tormund is always a good answer. I don't know how much sage advice Tyrion would give. In the show, he gave pretty awful advice most of the time to Daenerys.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Syrio Forel.
Oh. What do we say to the God of Death? I would love to get Brienne in there. Brienne of Tarth.
Oh, yeah. Any of those wars.
Like any of the battle scenes, sure. But also, could you imagine Brienne of Tarth being Rhaenyra's head of the Queen's Guard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, unstoppable force.
Syria Flora with the dragon standoff? Not today, Sheep Stealer.
Not today.
I don't know why I'm here. This is very upsetting.
This guy's squirrely.
Can't get him.
Can't get him. I can't lock him down. He's quicker than a Tuesday.
He keeps hitting me with a stick.
Ow. Ow.
I don't have any more funny, character. Oh, we could bring, if we brought, I think
KFT?
Sam interact.
ST Slayer?
ST Slayer in there with Simon Strong.
Oh,
can we? That would.
I would like to have some of those peas. I'd like to try. I miss girls.
I do miss girls, Simon.
Some of those peas.
Yeah, I would put Simon and Sam together. That would be lovely.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what scene would be the perfect scene to get Bobby B in there? Oh, would just will you be one of the good boys at the battle on the side of the battlefield?
Or like the banquet where they almost fight at the end of season 1 when Paddy Considine's almost dead.
I imagine it's when the Valarian guy is like, your children are bastards. He's in the back like, oh, fuck, he said it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he'd be laughing at that banquet.
Get in here. They're going to fuck that guy shit up.
They're going to fuck that guy.
He said he can keep his tongue.
Or to get hit, he yell at Boris Baratheon like, you fucking can't even read.
He would have loved to have went on the hunt in season 1 with Viserys.
He would have been so happy. Watch out for that bull, Vizzy T.
I found a white
deer. I killed it.
What did they call it? Had the fancy name, the heart, the white heart.
HART.
I'm not calling it that. It's a fucking deer.
I would want to get
how about-
Varys in there in like the rooms with Missaria so he can be like, bitch, please.
Oh, yeah. This is how you do it.
Oh, every political
I don't even
scheming
have a
scene.
worm.
Have I told you how I was cut? It's a new audience. No one knows the story yet.
He's always telling me how he was cut.
Missouri is actually going on his ship, the Mermaid's Kiss.
What about Carl fucking Tanner in there somewhere?
Oh,
He's a fucking legend.
He's a fucking
They
legend.
put him in Tumbleton, just stabbing everybody in the kidneys.
Dude, you know, the Aegon storyline would have ended right where before it could begin if Carl fucking Tanner was in charge of the garrison instead of Janos at Rook's Rest.
Oh, at Rook's Rest, yeah, for sure. Well, hello.
Fuck them till they're dead.
That's his little chant. And
Fuck them till they're dead.
just do it. Andy, next email.
Let's see. Sorry, I scrolled away for a second. Next email comes from Jack. Good morrow, Andy, Steve, and Kit.
Good morrow.
I've been a fan
Well
of your
met.
content since season 4 of Stranger Things. Your unconditional wit and humor provide much comfort to me. Andy is the one friend who has a drink and will say the most diabolical stuff. Steve is the master impressionist, and Kit is the team leader who you have to ask if you can eat dinner or not.
I've ordered pizza.
Anyhoozle, I wanted to talk about the broader scope of Hot D because the negative discourse around this show is doing my bloody head in. I truly believe that if Game of Thrones was to come out today, people wouldn't like it. There is this crazy double standard with House of the Dragon. Crazy ass double standard with House of the Dragon. If there's too much talking in an episode, then the fans will say that nothing has happened. Yet when action ensues, they'll bring up how Game of Thrones didn't rely on action. So which is it? I find it very frustrating because yes, there are flaws, but as Kit has said, it is better than 99% of TV to ever have been released. The microscope that it's under has created this hate vortex that has become insufferable. I've read Fire and Blood and initially thought I thought the whole book was The Dance of Dragons, but I soon came to realize that the dance was merely over 200 pages to adapt into a TV show. Of course, they need to change stuff for a 4-season show. I personally enjoyed the show so much, and I think if you go outside of the hate culture that has poisoned social media, people truly love it. I just wanted to message you guys because you are insightful. You critique when critiquing is needed, and you praise when praise is needed. Thanks for your time. I had to get this out there because I've been so annoyed that people are more reactionary and responsive than they are appreciative that this amazing universe has been adapted again. Cheers, lads. Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack. I think I named the monkey Jack. We've talked about this a lot, I feel like, throughout our coverage of this show, so I don't want to harp on it too much, but yeah, I mean, there wasn't much to do in some areas, and so they had to come up with some things, you know. I think it's never going to hold up against Game of Thrones because of the type of source material that it is, right?
Yeah.
These deep, wonderful character moments, even though a lot of our favorites in the show actually were show inventions in Game of Thrones, come from
especially those first couple seasons.
the fact that those are deeply explored characters in the books, and they can kind of get a sense of who they are and do different things with them. And there's not even any dialogue in Fire and Blood, not virtually no dialogue at least. So it's a way different kind of thing.
I think also what you're describing is just kind of social media writ large.
Yeah, and the world's different than it was in 2011.
It is, but also Game of Thrones got a lot of hate on the internet too. Like it just did. If you're on social media and there's something that you love, there is going to be they're going to intentionally feed you the algorithm that is people hating on the thing that you love because you're going to hate scroll and get fed a lot of ads in the process. Yes, there's always going to be people out there that hate the thing that you love. Get off the internet, talk to your friends about it. They probably are going to have the more normal reaction that you would expect them to, or maybe not. But the point being that like internet is always going to internet, and it's just going to intentionally make you mad. So stay away.
As
Well said.
internet personalities, stay away.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Like you said, Kit, we've hammered this on a lot, but yeah, I mean, pretty much anything that seems to be big, you're just inherently going to have a lot of voices that are negative. Like when we were doing Stranger Things season 5, like that season was also sort of like maligned viciously then there were some decent critiques about that season for sure, but I think a lot of it was just very disingenuous, or there was agendas behind it. This season in particular, there's a lot of disingenuousness between with what people are saying. I think it is important to note that some people would say, like if fans are arguing that there's too much talking and nothing is happening, they could be meaning that even though there's a lot of talking, the plot's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
In a way that resonates with them. But so I do kind of want to like push on that a little bit, that I think that there could be some decent criticism in that if you're not vibing with it. But to your point,
I think there's
Jack,
a lot of valid criticism of the show, but and it gets kind of bogged down by like anybody who says this show is just complete garbage. I don't have anything you have nothing of value to say to me. I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say. That's a ridiculous thing to say. I've watched like so many seasons of Hercules and shit growing up. You know what I mean? Like you got
the Warrior Princess.
Well, that show still sucks. But it's like you got shows like this now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course, there's so many things you could say critique-wise, but first off, how are you getting to episode 26 of something that you just straight out hate?
Right.
Fucking liar. Because you're a liar. That's how you get that far.
Yeah, I just to Andy's point, just stay away. I don't interact with fandoms online anymore.
Yeah.
I talk to the people I know.
I remember you
I'm
saying
friends
that
with.
years ago.
I just don't,
Because you grew up
so
in the
toxic.
trenches of Star Wars.
Yeah, and I remember.
He got bloodied early.
Well, I get to your point. I was a huge Star Wars fan. I would go to conventions, and it was like the best feeling in the world to go to conventions and interact with people that had a similar passion for you, because we all seem to be on the same page of like, oh my God, Star Wars, yay. Is everything perfect? No, we definitely have opinions, but we're here, right? Yeah. And over the years, this negativity and toxicity has crept in, and so it's no longer fun to play in those realms. Like Eric and I are watching the original Avatar: The Last Airbender cartoon currently. And
weird.
I love that show. It's such a good show. But
it.
I went on the subreddit just like because I was bored and I couldn't fall asleep. So I was like, is there any cool like theories or stuff that people have posted? And immediately was met with like the dumbest thing I've ever heard about criticizing that show. I'm like, what the fuck are people talking about? Mm-hmm. So it's like in all
There's
fandoms.
No big blue aliens. Sorry.
I see you.
Did you watch the new movie?
I did. I did it the right way. I didn't torrent it.
Good for you. Well, it's Paramount. I get it.
It sucks because like I want the people who made that movie to get paid, but I also don't want to give
it's streaming.
Paramount
They didn't
money.
even put it in theaters.
What's the right way?
The whole movie leaked like a year ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
so people were like watching and posting like photos of it as if it had been released, even though it wasn't officially released. It was just leaked online.
I didn't even know they made a movie.
They did, because Paramount is a shitty company, and they are like, we're not going to give this movie a wide release, even though it's beautiful and it's gorgeous. It's such a great animated movie. Go check it out if you can. But
yeah. So we hear you though. It's been but like Andy said, and then Steve, it's everything's just kind of like this now. Mm-hmm. More than ever. Hate or love, nobody. It doesn't get any clicks if you're like, it's decent. Got some,
Or more importantly, it's not like this. The internet just wants you to think it is, so you'll stick around.
Yeah, correct. The next email is for Steve to read.
it's from Paige. Paige writes, I'm alive, imbeciles. Hi, guys. First of all, great job on covering this season of Hot D. Y'all make me laugh every episode. I have a couple small questions, but selfishly, I will admit that I really just want to win the Nut But Mutton shirt. It's totally fair. I would too. It's a great shirt. Question number 1. I don't think this was mentioned unless I missed it, but a few episodes ago, it showed Jane Eyre sitting in her chair by the moon door with another lady. Who is this lady? They never mentioned her name, I don't think. Are we to assume that Jane Eyre is a lesbian? Side note, I just LOL'd thinking of that time Kit said that Emma Stone played a lesbian in Begonia. Why did I say that?
It was such a crazy thing that happened.
You guys want to tackle this question before we move on to the next one?
Yeah. Yes. Jane Eyre is widely canonically considered to be a lesbian.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't catch that.
I think we were just so tickled by the fact that the moon door was open. I really think that's all it was. We are simple creatures. We're like, the moon door!
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Make
and when
the
they
bad man
throw,
fly.
she watches somebody get thrown. She's just like, that's so fucking cool. And it's awesome.
Yeah, that's why she's like a single power woman.
Yeah, in the book, she's described as she's one of Rhaenyra's greatest allies because she's a woman in power who has spent her whole life fighting off the male claimants to her role in the Veil. And I don't think she ever marries, I think, in the story. So a lot of people, like, the book is often positing that she had a lot of roommates.
That's right.
She had a lot of roommates she was cool with.
She had a lot of special friends
Yeah.
that came to all the baseball games.
Question number 2. Who is Black Allie and why is the show just brushing over her? As far as I remember, they never mention her name. She's just the cool looking chick singing war songs and killing crispy coal pole and thinks not killing kids is boring. It seems like in your convos and for book readers, she is important, or at least worth the show mentioning who she is. I'm confused on that. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts and winning my shirt. Love you guys. Paige. Yeah, Black Allie is important. I want to put a note in here. I've seen a lot of people online saying, like, man, Black Allie thinks not killing kids is boring. She says sounds boring line before they know the kids are on the parapets. And then even
this is
Roddy's
anti-Black Allie propaganda.
Yeah, she's just like, well, if we're going to sack the city, let's sack the city. But I just wanted to point out that she wasn't down for killing the kids necessarily.
We don't know her stance on that.
That's true. She didn't pipe up.
Is the real honest answer.
How spoilery are we willing to be here?
We're not. I did create a spoiler section right after this email, but I think we can answer the question by saying we love her, but she's actually not that important. I mean, at this stage of the story, like, it's okay that they haven't said her name.
Yeah.
I don't know how far they're going to get
She is,
into the story.
I think she becomes more important, but I don't know if where she is important will necessarily be represented in the show per se.
Exactly. Like the things in the show that they've focused on really hasn't left any room for her to be there, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they skipped Fish Feed. A lot of the Riverlands politics and stuff like that has kind of been glossed over. All we get is Lord Tully. You know what I mean? And so Alison Blackwood is more important in a part of the story that I don't think they're even going to get to. She's just really cool. And you know what I mean? And that's so, if you know who she is, it's cool. If you don't, it's not a big deal, kind of thing.
She's a direct descendant of some of our favorite characters in Game of Thrones. So just throwing that out there.
Just throwing that out there. You mean a direct
Ancestor.
Or ancestor. Yes, sorry. Ancestor. She's a direct ancestor.
I was like, we got some big Blackwood family characters that I don't remember. I mean, kind of, yeah. I think we should pick the winner because we're about to do a Westerospection segment.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? That'd be kind of rude to make them try to find it.
Now, those people are still included in this.
Yeah,
1,000%.
So.
If you submitted an email, even if we didn't read it, you're on this wheel. All right. So do you guys want to spin the wheel now?
Yeah, we've got 2 or 3 emails that are for book readers only. So let's go ahead and find the winner of the Nuttin' But Mutton shirt before we get there.
All right. Spinning the wheel now. It's spinning. Who will it land on? There's a lot of names on here. Oh,
Colin B.
Colin B. You are the winner of a Nuttin' But Mutton shirt. We will contact you via email to get your deets so we can send you your book.
Congratulations,
Your book.
Colin.
Your shirt.
Yeah, we're not sending you a book.
I don't know what books are.
Now, is Colin our Bonnie Scottish friend? I think he was the one that had Steve read the "Let's Go Fuck Him in the Ass." In
and
Dralic
Doric
or whatever.
Doric.
Oh, in Doric. Yeah, it was Colin. Yeah, that was
We're just
Colin.
making shit up.
You dork.
Yeah, Doric.
So thank you to everybody for listening. I know this was a long episode. Hopefully that was fun because we're saying farewell to House of the Dragon. Again, we're going into Twilight over on the main feed on the Patreon. If you're new here, we got all kinds of Game of Thrones shit and stuff on the Patreon. Firefly, Breaking Bad. If you're not new here, welcome back. See you soon. Thanks for joining us. We're going to get into extra spoiler territory now. This is for a Westerospection kind of segment. People that wrote in emails that had questions for like future spoilers, predictions for later seasons, stuff like that. So that's what's about to happen. Bye.
August is heating up, Stream Fiends, and you know what keeps us going through these dog days of summer? I know you do. It's our Patreon supporters. And of course, we got to give a special shout out to our super patrons, the folks throwing down $25 a month or more to make sure Streaming Things keeps streaming things. So let's give it up for Aaron Armstrong, A.K. Ashley Ray, Albus Stinkpot, Alexis Adler, Anthony Corona, Big Train Jr., Bloffpum, Brett X, Brianna Williams, Kaylee Sampson, Cami Shu, Charlie Friday, The Letter D, Daniel Pack, Darcy Way, Dr. Rock Art, Elbander, Emmy, Erica Lee Barclay, E. Scramo, Evan, aka Kiltman, Hatshepsut the Fair, Haley B, Jay Rich, Jeanette Murphy, Jen Robinson, Jim E, Joe True, Joe Velez, Josh Stitch, Jay Scramo, Just Liz Calabria, Jadinklage Morgoon, Kalisha Reeves, Kyle, Lady Trashley, Lil Tickler, Maddlestat, Narvel Toughnuts, Paula Garcia, Rabbit Dog in a Barbie Car, Rebellious Angel, Sean Myers, Sun-Loving Mortal, Suzanne Rode, Susie Callahan, Svento7, Tulloon, Tara, Trisha Bueller, Upside Down Canuck, VT Hootie, Casey McCain, and of course, Enza. Thank you all so much for your support. We can't do this without you, but without further ado, let's get back to the episode.
What must I say at your place?
Our first email in the Westerospection segment comes in from Italia. I'm sorry, I'm eating a Werther's. I'm having low blood sugar. I'm literally about to pass out. And I did that knowing it was gross and weird. But it's better than passing out. You know what I'm saying?
Reason?
No, I think this will do for now.
Throw it in the pocket?
Yeah, I'll throw it in the pocket.
Yeah, keep it warm.
A reason to live for later?
Pocket reason.
Just to cook it.
Give you 13 of them.
Just to cook it.
Oh, they get so squishy. And can I get a couple?
Yeah.
I did order a pizza too. I hope
did
that's
you really?
okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Kind.
I thought you were joking.
I wasn't joking. Oh, that's so many.
You said a couple?
What kind
Yeah.
of pizza did you order?
The same as last time. I just kind of
let's go.
reordered because that was so good, but we were in a hurry. I was like, fuck it. Yes.
Thanks, man.
Email from Italia. Hello. I hope this leads to a spoiler-filled discussion, always a favorite part of the show. From a book reader who knows there are plenty of Hot D haters out there, but is very much not one of them. One of the things I love most about Hot D is the idea that Fire and Blood gets the broad strokes of history right, especially the version that survives through the victors. But that doesn't mean we actually know the whole story. History is written through the eyes of the people who survive it. Chroniclers have their biases. Singers turn things into legend. I roll at you, sad boy Crispy Cole. But the people actually living through these events are making choices based on emotions, relationships, misunderstandings, and information that history may never record. I'm sure you'll get plenty of comments and questions regarding the butterflies at the end of the episode, especially given George R.R. Martin's blog comments about Helena and Maelor. But maybe I'm just a petty girly, and I love that this was the showrunner's way of saying, we have our eyes on you too, George R.R. Martin. But I find some of these changes fascinating and super cool. To me, the show can feel like a love letter to one of George's most interesting ideas, that even when historians get the truth, it's still filtered through bias, omission, and myth making, and often at the toil and expense of the small, regular folks. So with where season 3 leaves us, what changes from Fire and Blood do you think could create the most interesting butterfly effects in season 4? Are there deaths, betrayals, relationships, or major events you once thought were inevitable that you're now questioning? And what's your slightly unhinged, but still defensible season 4 prediction based on the idea that Fire and Blood may have gotten the history right, but not necessarily the story? Thanks so much for what you guys do. The pod always brings a bit of joy, laughter, and dopamine, something we all need more of these days. Italia. P.S. If you had to be soup boarded by Queen's Guard, what soup are you picking and why? I'm going watermelon gazpacho.
Ooh.
It's cold and refreshing as fuck. I hope garnished with mint. Watermelon gazpacho is not something I'm familiar with, but it sounds refreshing.
I've never had that. I want it now.
Andy's our resident soup goblin.
Yo, watermelon gazpacho is like, I've never heard. Cold soup's not for me. Not a fan.
Yeah, typically I'm not a gazpacho guy, but I will try it.
Yeah, totally.
I give the choice though. You don't want to be soup boarded by like a hot vegetable,
soup, yeah.
all those chunks of carrots and shit.
Yeah.
You know, a broccoli cheddar soup boarding will be
boarded
tough.
by some room temp soup.
I agree with the writer. You need something thin.
Something thin. So like, I'm gonna go with like chicken and stars Campbell. You know what I mean? Like
Chicken and stars.
Yeah.
That's a decent.
Because if I'm gonna be soup boarded, I want it to at least be comforting.
Or like some Mrs. Grass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The Mrs. Grass chicken noodle that you get when you're sick.
This is great.
Oh, that shit's good. It's got the really thin noodles.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mrs. Grass. But yeah, the more meaty question there are what changes are you guys? What butterflies do you foresee like that?
Gwaine is a fucking wild card at this point,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, well, I still think Steve is right that they've merged him with that other high tower, not Hobart, but the other one.
Oh,
Yeah, the one that has the drinking
I think
competition with Ulf.
Gawain's going to die at the hands of Ulf or Hugh.
I'm really I don't think this is a butterfly so much because I think there's still plenty of runway for them to land the way that the book lands. Is just the Ulf and Hugh of it all is really interesting. Like, I think the way the show handled Ulf sort of betraying everybody is so much better than the depiction in the book. And so far, Hugh being there, I'm really interested to see how his treasons come to be, or his perceived treasons come up. Because they made a point of showing Daemon seeing that Hugh was there. And I love the idea that Daemon is totally unaware that Hughes has a wife named Cat. So from his perspective, he's like, that man really wants a cat. There's a poor place to find one. That's weird. So I'm just interested to see where that goes. I mean, they could still get to where the book goes, but it's set up in a completely different way that I think is super cool.
It could just have him being spurned in the way that she does Adam.
Yeah.
Now that Ulf's betrayed her, she's like, Hugh, you're out of here, you know, and he's like, well, fuck you. I just lost my wife. And
yeah, you disobeyed a direct order to protect the dragon pit. You were clearly there to... And his dragon's Vermithor, and they made that shot of Vermithor following Silverwing and Caraxes chasing them both.
I thought Vermithor was in the back.
No, it was Silverwing, then Vermithor, and then Caraxes was chasing them both.
Really?
interesting.
And I can see someone, the lay person, seeing like, oh, the two dragons, the one that burned us all was riding with Vermithor.
Mm-hmm.
Hugh not being up there, but because Vermithor and Silverwing are like lovey-dovey dragons, people can misinterpret that.
I love the idea of Rhaenyra being like, "You turn in your badge and dragon."
You wrecked 20 cars.
You got the
You loose cannon, Hugh.
I got the queen on my ass.
The queen's gonna have my ass for this.
I don't know what other like crazy like they're. I still think they're gonna have Sunfire eat Rhaenyra and all that. I don't think there's any like huge fucking.
The biggest one is probably the Alicent trying to kill Aemond. Like,
Not
I have no
really.
idea where that goes.
They don't have to have
She's gonna
Aemon.
show up back and be like, "Didn't work. Sorry."
It might be, oh, Helena's dead, you bitch.
Yeah, they don't have to have her do anything as a result of that, and Aemon barely has to acknowledge it
That's true.
to do what he's about to do. I wonder how they're going to interpret, because there are people who think that Daemon survived the God's Eye and went off to live with Nettles, which would in this case would be Rhaena. I do think they're going to have Rhaena come back into action with Sheepstealer somehow. They have to.
Yeah.
Because they showed Sheepstealer limping away. They showed Rhaena kind of longingly looking after the dragon.
Do you think, because I was having this idea pop in my head, the end of Tumbleton, there's that long sequence where Matt Smith's Daemon is kind of like shell-shocked, and 100% he does like Rhaenyra's going to be so mad at me because we failed at not harming the citizens. But they made a real meal of him looking around. I'm wondering if like they're going to do like a reversal where Daemon is going to become a lot more like, the war's bad. I've seen the consequences of this. And that part of his arc with Rhaena and becoming a better dad, whereas Rhaenyra is going to become more and more Rhaenyra the Cruel and double down on everything.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Like there's like a flipping of, like, because he's always been like, let's kill everybody, but
I was just
two of them are
kidding
gonna
about
swap.
us being gods.
JK, we're not gods.
That'd be an interesting tact.
Yeah.
They do have to put them more increasingly at odds.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he is going to definitely be at odds with her when she starts calling for the heads of people that he cares about.
Oh, for sure.
But I don't know. It's hard to imagine him being like, give peace a chance. You know what I mean? But maybe, I don't know.
He did get his ass whooped.
He did. He got
That'll
rocked.
change a man.
And Corlys
He got
picked him
John
up.
rocked.
So,
The whole Corlys thing is so goofy.
yeah.
Wonder what's going to happen there too. She's just how's she going to end up locking him up? He did say that he was like my prisoner. I don't know. I think Damon's going to double down.
I meant it when
double
I said
down on the
prisoner.
murder.
Yeah, he's got to. Kinda. No, I arrested Corlys, and I think she's just going to be mad at Daemon for letting Tumbleton go down that way.
Oh,
and
for
that's
sure.
going to be partially what pushes them apart. In addition to like the nettles of it all.
Like, how are they going to get Rhaena out of her situation? Like, I don't see Rhaenyra being like, yeah, you can take Rhaena out with Sheepstealer and look for Vhagar. Like, maybe Daemon breaks her out of King's Landing for them to go on their adventure in the Riverlands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm interested to see where that goes.
Indeed. I hope that answered your question, Natalia. I know this. I put the juicy Westerospection at the end, which it has to be, but that also means we've been talking about this for 3 hours, and we're like,
Yeah,
But also,
don't give a fuck.
But also, I just want to point out, I'm going to go with the opposite of these two. I'm going to go with like a thick soup, like a chowder, maybe. No, I'm kidding.
oh,
A potato soup. Ooh, a potato soup.
Cream of
cream of potato.
Steve. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no,
Give
no.
me my own soup.
Drown me in my own soup. Andy, I think it's your turn.
My turn. This one comes from Mackenzie. Hey, y'all. I've been a loyal listener / supporter on Patreon for years. Thanks.
Hey.
Always love to hear your voices and the friendly banter that goes with it. I apologize if I ramble on this email. You don't have to read it. I'm just super excited to talk about this show and your coverage of it. Question for you. What is something you were impressed with that was included in the last season? For example, seeing Aegon eating humble pie while kissing shit shoes, whereas in the book, he slept for a year and then fled to Dragonstone. Secondly, related to that, what was not included that you wished you saw the depiction of, like Darren using his dragon to seize Tumbleton or fish feed? Definitely fish feed. I have been behind the curtain and have ridden a dragon. Or I've seen behind the curtain and have ridden a dragon. Whoa. I'm using a fake name and email because I've worked on all 3 seasons of House of the Dragon, along with A Night of the Seven Kingdoms and The Last of Us. I have so much tea I could spill, like how at least half of the cast and crew listen to your podcast, or how I've heard Sniper Tone and Gassy Old Bitch shouted during a pause in production. I once stood on the shores of Cornwall for 3 days, waiting for the weather to change, only to be left sandy and soggy with the announcement of, the weather does not appear to be changing. As glamorous as these shows are, you know that in creating them, there is very little glamour. At the end of days like that, it is so comforting to hear your voices and laugh with you as Dementors going on rant about game night and tattered clothes, or which one is more racist to say, Sand People or Tusken Raiders. Always a joy.
Mackenzie,
Wow,
or whatever your real name is.
insane.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Holy shit. I choose to believe that's true. I believe.
Like Fox Mulder or Dana Scully.
Like Book said,
I want to believe.
you have to believe in something, just believe.
Just believe in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send us the tea. We won't read it on the show. You have our word, but we want the tea. You know?
Yeah. Our egos need it.
Which actors and crew members are shouting out gassy old bitch?
And why is it Matt Smith?
Gassy old bitch. Fish feed was a bummer.
Yes.
The largest, land battle in the war. Song was great, but I was like, no way,
Yeah.
I know budget-wise, I'm sure that was a huge consideration, but
it was a stroke of genius to, if you had to skip it, give us a song in place of it.
sure.
That was fun.
Of them naming it the fish feed, no less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's definitely the fish feed, but also and I get why this character is omitted, but I would have loved to have seen Pate Longleaf would have been a really cool character to see. I'm sure they're just merging them with Black Alley, but
And Roddy.
a
A little bit of Roddy too.
I mean, I agree. For what we're really pleased or impressed that was included is the whole Aegon arc.
yes,
So good.
Tom Lynn Carney crushed that so much. It's kind of similar to the question we answered earlier. I just had to put this in spoilers because of the Dragonstone comment and other things, but I'm not sure there was something in particular. Everybody was so butthurt about not having, what would have been Pate Longleaf, I think, deliver the line.
the Sept of Traitor's Bones.
No, the other line, when Cole dies, I'll have no songs sung of you.
Oh, yeah.
And they kind of set that up a slightly different way. A lot of people took that as him teeing up that line and then not delivering it. And I thought it was fine. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing majorly left out that I was like, no way. Other than fish feed, I had to take a beat.
I had to take a beat on fish feet. I had to well, okay, I get,
Yeah. Because if you can only do one major battle, you have to do Tumbleton.
I had to process that in real time. Do you remember?
I did, yeah.
Because I was like, that's not the fish feed. There's no way they would do that. And you were like, they called it the fish feed in the fucking song. And I was like, they did? I thought, oh
no. 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
All these young and virulent men singing about the fish feed.
Yeah, old Simon.
Dudes just really like feeding fish. It's cool.
Steve, I think we got time for another email or two.
Is there a particular one you want me to read?
No.
Okay. This next one comes in from Sarah. Hi, guys. Thanks for another great season of coverage over one of my favorite shows. You guys always lift my mood. I love that I am guaranteed to laugh out loud every time I listen. Steve, have you ever considered that your love for Craxes might be because he is basically a giant fire-breathing dachshund?
I did include it.
That Newly boy has big Westerosi wiener dog energy. I am a fellow dachshund parent and also love Craxes. I call him the Dragon Ween. Oh, I love that. Now my question, how do you think they will bring back Aegon III and Viserys II next season? Those kiddos have barely been mentioned this season, but are required for the continuation of the Targaryen line. Curious on your thoughts. Thanks for all you do. Sarah.
I don't know. I included this without any, I'm like, it is kind of crazy.
Yeah, because they
bring them back.
Should have been brought in, or at least mentioned during the Gullet, at least if you're following the book timeline.
I think everybody knows vaguely that they're in Pentos and that Rhaena was supposed to be, they were mentioned secondhand. You were supposed to be guarding the children kind of thing, right?
Yeah. I forgot their names.
Does Lady Aaron say their names? I don't remember.
But it doesn't matter if she did, because if you're just a show watcher and you hear Viserys and Aegon, that's going to give you nothing.
For sure.
Yeah.
So,
and they are important characters because Aegon III ends up becoming the next king after all this shakes out.
Correct.
And Viserys II has a really cool story that they're not going to get into at all with the show, but he has a very cool story. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's going to be something where, I guess that's not going to work. I'm like, because they mentioned that they're going to send Mysaria over there, but she's not going over there anymore. So how are
she's going to be the shepherd,
or
install
like the
a shepherd
master of the shepherd? Yeah. No, I have no idea. I part of me wonders if they're just going to not spend any time talking about those kids. The story is going to shake down where Rhaenyra meets her end, Aegon II becomes king, and
they're like,
he dies, and that's where it ends. And then they just do like a kind of they found the kids over in Pentos.
Ooh, wow.
It's like kind of a voiceover wrap up of all the stories.
Well, hold that thought, because I'll read our last email, okay? This comes in from Luke. Kit, Andy, and Steve. This question would be for a Westerospection portion of the Hot D mailbag. You're goddamn right it would be, Luke. I read Fire and Blood in the winter before season 3 came out, so I've known how the story ends as I've watched this season. As the season went along, I became more and more curious about where the series will conclude. The more I've thought about it, the more I believe that we sadly might not get the Hour of the Wolf.
That's a bummer.
The show has had the dynamic between Rhaenyra and Alicent as the through line throughout the seasons, which makes me wonder if the series will end at Dragonstone. Maybe with Alicent also being there, or ending when Aegon II comes back to King's Landing and then Alicent finds out Rhaenyra is dead. I would love to see the Hour of the Wolf and other elements of Fire and Blood that occur after Rhaenyra's death, but I'm wondering if we will see any of them. My question has 2 parts. 1, where do you think season 4 will end? 2, if you were in charge of Hot D, taking into account the time constraint of only having this final season left, where would you end the series to truly put a bow on this story? Thank you for all the great content and all the laughs. Luke!
Great
Sorry
email.
that we lost you in season 1, Luke. I think you can't, why would you hire a Cregan Stark? And
yeah, that's the biggest question mark is
I think
the Cregan Stark of it all.
I think Rhaenyra's death has, as crazy as it sounds, episode 9 energy.
Yeah. 9 of
10.
9 of 10. Okay. I was wondering if we could maybe
penultimate energy.
Pull a Breaking Bad season 5 and have like 16.
They could also just do it in halfway through the finale
and then have like a season 8 finale where everybody gathers around and they nominate Bran and all that shit. You know
Who
what I mean?
has the best story?
Yeah, Cregan Stark. Who? Now they kind of have to bring in Cregan somehow again. I don't know. I'm kind of having faith that they're going to do some Hour of the Wolfies because they're making Black Alley a thing. And that can't all just be fan service, can it?
Part of me thinks this season has actually convinced me more and more that we're not going to get the Hour of the Wolf because so many of the characters that are huge, important people for the Hour of the Wolf have just not been touched on or like mentioned. And to Luke's point, the heart of the story really is Alicent and Rhaenyra's storyline. So I imagine once Rhaenyra goes, I feel like the ending will soon follow. Now, whether it'll be as
especially and Daemon.
And Daemon. Once those characters are gone, like are you gonna be able to keep people watching for like 4 more episodes? You know what I mean?
No, they're definitely never going to do that.
And so I can see them. I can really see them like having her die. Aegon comes back, and then there's just sort of like how they did the introduction of season 1, where they had that like voiceover. Here's the great council. We see Jaehaerys and all that stuff. They do sort of a voiceover type thing that ends on a downer, like Aegon was king, but he died, and then you get like maybe like a series of shots where Cregan Stark's like pointing, like then the Hour of the Wolf started, and then it ends with like I could see them doing that, which would be terrible. But like the story is Rhaenyra's story, and like I don't know, like I feel like it has to end with her or relatively shortly after her.
Well,
dying.
I agree that it's Rhaenyra's story, but it's also House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
And it's like they've worked in the prophecy and how it relates to Game of Thrones, and you can't end it with Aegon as king.
The fall of the House of Dragon.
Because that's not what happens. I mean, ultimately, Rhaenyra's line wins. So,
Yeah.
And in a way that means nobody wins and we all lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to, I could see them doing the thing you're saying there a little bit, but
I'm going to say we get 10 episodes. I'm going to say 10.
I hope so, please.
And I'm going to say she goes in 8. And we get 2 more.
Okay.
I could see Matt going in 7 or 6. She goes in 8, and then we get 2 more to play out the rest. There's going to have to be some big time jumps.
I mean, they killed Joel.
They have so much to do.
Of course, that show might be canceled now.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. Really?
They did so much. They have so much to do in season 4. Because they've got all of the Darren stuff to wrap up.
Well, it's going to open with Second Tumbleton
stuff. Because they've introduced that character Darren to be so much more like deeper and thematically interesting, and the consequences are greater. Actually, I was thinking about this when I was rewatching. Because in the book, when Aegon becomes king again, like one of the first things and only things he like decrees is like, I want statues made of my 2 brothers, Aemond and Darren. And at this point in the show, it's like, well, he doesn't want to he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
He hates them. So I wonder if we're going to get like the brothers rekindle their love.
The boys are back in town.
Probably not.
They got to do a bunch of Tywin Lannister getting tortured stuff. And how much are we going to get of his character being a cool dude, you know?
And Larys. Like, there's got to be some Larys stuff going on as well. They've got a lot to do. So I pray they have 10 episodes next season. If they have 8, I'm going to be a little like cautiously optimistic.
I agree with you. So great question, Luke. It's not looking good. We agree with you, but we're holding out hope. And for for everybody that's still here that only listens to our Game of Thrones stuff, hey, early next year, Night of the Seven Kingdoms season 2 is supposed to be coming probably in the spring, I would imagine. But hopefully you stick around for Twilight and Hunger Games, Rings of Power, and who knows what else we'll do.
Please stick. Twilight's going to be fun.
It's going to be a good
I've never
time.
seen those movies. Those movies I feel like are ripe for jokes. So stick around.
It's going to be a good time. It really, really is. I appreciate you guys joining us on this journey. Thanks for writing in. If you didn't win a shirt, I'm so sorry, but we loved reading all of your emails. We appreciate you so much.
You can still go buy one.
That's all the time we've got for right now. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Steve.
And this was Streaming House of the Dragon.
Happy streaming.
Come back and get a proper fucking from Streamer Things. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Buy the things. Buy the shit.